It's the high school football game of the week on Wild Country 107.7. Tonight's game is brought to you by Pidcock Glass, McFadden Insurance, Tinks Auto Trading Post, your local McDonald's, First National Bank, Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, and New Straitsville, J&K Contracting, Fred Wolf Automotive, Athens Insurance Services, Athens Automotive Keys, Rutland Bottled Gas, Tri-County Career Center, H&R Block, Holzer Health System, and Coach's Appliance Heating and Air. Let's head out to the stadium for tonight's game on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome, everybody, to Football Friday Night. It is week one here at Alexander High School. I am Dustin Goldsberry, following Isaiah Lyle and Mark Hunter, keeping us back on at the studio as we are here live from Albany, Ohio. The Alexander Spartans set to have their first home game against the Waterford Wildcats. They opened up last year at Waterford, this year doing the same thing, except we get to play host this time. And my goodness, Isaiah, what a night it is here for Football Friday Night.
An absolutely gorgeous way to kick off the season here. I am excited about it. I know you are as well. Everybody here in Albany, everybody over there at Wolf Creek, everybody's ready to go because football is back.
Week one, like I said here, we are excited to get into it. Both of these teams making a few changes, and we've got some of the same talent we do have out as we did last year as well. But we just got finished up with the national anthem, about 7 minutes and 40 seconds until kickoff. And Isaiah, I tell you, Football Friday Night, it doesn't get any better than week one football. And I tell you, the stands are packed here at Alexander High School, both sides. Both Waterford traveled very well to get here, and the Alexander Spartans certainly showing their support tonight for their home team.
They really are. Waterford travels well. Waterford knows that they're bringing in a squad that is going to contend for that TVC title. They're going to contend for spots in the playoffs versus all those Division 7 teams. They know that coming in. They just have to get there day by day, and it all starts tonight.
Yeah, starting off with the Waterford Wildcats, they come in as we kind of thought they were going to be a little bit rebuilding last year. That turned into an 8-5 season, and they actually knocked off the Eastern Eagles in the second round of the playoffs. A big win over the Eastern Eagles. They were undefeated, the Eagles were, coming into that, and they knock them off and go into the third round, where they eventually lose to Caldwell 20-13. So Waterford Wildcats certainly, if you were thinking they were rebuilding last year, they let you know that that was not the case, and they've got the talent to bring it.
And it started with a game that we covered last year. That first game of the year, the new quarterback that they were trying to install, Xavier Heiss, he gets hurt. So the freshman Hayden Jones comes in. He picks up, 11 starts last year. He did a great job. He gets a full summer. He's back now in his sophomore year. I expect he took a big jump. Yeah,
you've got to think, coming off of that freshman season where he probably didn't think he was going to get the starting job as a freshman coming in, but he showed a lot of talent out there on the field, and they've turned to him as their number one guy again this year. I think we'll probably see a little bit of both QBs for them, but he is their starting quarterback listed for the Wildcats, and they've got a lot of talent beside of him as well.
Absolutely. Xavier Heiss is back again along with his brother Jared. Those guys are going to be great on the defensive side of the ball for sure, but definitely look for Xavier to step in that backfield a little bit and look for Jared to be one of the top receivers for this Wildcat team. The guy who is truly your top receiver, though, his name is Max Roberts. We watched him last year. He had a game against Trimble. He had a game against Alexander, and he has got a chance to come out here in his senior year with a quarterback who feels comfortable with him to really just let it go.
Yeah, they got those reps in last year. On the other side of that, though, you look at the Spartans, they put a new man behind center, and that's going to be Alex Bateman getting the snaps and getting the call this year. He is a junior quarterback as they lose senior last year, Jordan Schultz. And as you look at the way the Alexander Spartans played the ball last year, they had a lot of air attack. This year is going to be a different look for the Spartans, as Jordan Schultz had a very big arm on him. They threw the ball quite a bit last year. This year I think you're going to see a different look out of the Spartans Spartans under second-year head coach Tyler Davis.
Tyler Davis, he talked a lot about this offseason was certainly a bit of a retooling, a bit of a change as well, because that's just what it is. You lose a dynamic guy in the backfield like Jordan Scholes, you've got to make some adjustments. Alex Bateman is certainly going to be a guy that everybody's excited about. He's an athlete back there. He can move around extremely well. But the big guy is going to be standing behind him. It's going to be number 42, Isaac Waller. He is going to run right through your face. He's going to pick up 15 tackles or more a night. He is going to be everywhere on the field. It's all about how can you contain him.
Yeah, you mentioned it, and I actually, had a piece wrote up on him a little bit earlier today. Isaac Waller is a linebacker on defense that just knows how to find himself in the play at all times. The spread of field that this man covers is just unbelievable. And on the offensive set, he runs behind the quarterback like a train. You're not going to stop him first tackle. He is going to keep those feet moving. He's been, kind of stressed by injuries over these past couple seasons. Had a broken leg, I think, his sophomore year, which cut his season short. But overall, Isaac Waller, he is just a beast of a kid out there. I'm looking forward to calling some of his games this senior year for him.
Big thing for the Spartans is going to be how does that line shake out? They lost a few seniors across it last year, but at the same time, there's a lot of kids that worked together at the end of last season because those seniors did also get hurt. So this is a group that worked together some last year, worked through JV, and now they've got a chance to, continue to push right on through and just be better every time they go out there together.
It's going to be, they did lose some linemen. Nate Graves, a big junior, he is out with an ankle injury. I don't know how long he'll be out, but a big loss there on the line for the Spartans as he's not dressed and is just standing on the sidelines. But I think there's actually a couple linemen that the Spartans have lost before the season even has gotten started. So we'll see how the line can match up to this Waterford defense.
It'll certainly be a tough one. Waterford may have lost Judson Cooper, but they've still got now a sophomore in Dylan McCutcheon. He was somebody who was just wrecking the game last year as well. That's freshmen showing up for these Wildcats. That's why they're in the position to be the team they are this year. But the Spartans have got a chance to put it all together. All they have to do, go out there, control that line of scrimmage, show them that they aren't going to be bossed around a little bit by this, more experienced team. And I think they've got a real chance to allow this new offense to work its magic.
And it looks like the Spartans did lose the coin toss. Waterford did defer to the second half. So it will be the Spartans receiving going left to right on your radio dial. We'll take a quick break. We want to go ahead and thank you for Fred Wolf Automotive for being our pregame sponsor. And we'll be back your game of the week and kickoff action on Wild Country 107.7.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to the Game of the Week here as we get set for kickoff action here. Kicking off for the Wildcats, it will be number 64. That's going to be Riker Hutchins out there. And if you remember last year, he looks like he's a lineman out there, but kid did have a leg as we got to see him a little bit back to receive for the Spartans. Your eyes are better than mine, but it looks like number 23.
Should be Carter Hawk, and I believe Trent Shad's probably the one on the other side of him there. You would think Shad, the senior, going to be one of those guys who is really ready to, as Riker goes with a bit of a squib kick, that's going to be in the hands of...
That's Trent Mash out there that was able to corral it.
Trent Mash, there's a flag for more than likely a block in the back, unfortunately, for the Spartans there. As Mash kind of slipped through, there was a host of guys just running into each other.
So what was going to be good starting field position as he took it up past the 40. And you are correct, a block in the back for the Spartans, and that's going to set them back. We'll see where they mark this one as the Spartans get their first snap of the regular season.
It set them up pretty well there. They're going to walk it back from the 41. 31 still ain't too bad here, as that's just about where Mash would have caught the ball.
So they go ahead and put it at the 24-yard line, if I'm looking at that correctly.
from the spot of the foul.
Yeah,
I got to remember how fouls work.
Hey, you know, it's the first game of the season here.
First penalty of the year.
2024, I don't know what's changed. We're going to play it by ear as we go here, Isaiah. Wildcats out on defense here as we get the Spartans in the huddle, getting set to call their first play of this season. As we said, Alex Bateman got the call for quarterback this year, replacing Jordan Scholes. We'll see how this young man does under center here as he goes back in the shotgun set.
As it's a 3-4 set here, or maybe even a 3-5 set here for the Wildcats, as there's only 3 hands in the dirt. But there are a whole lot of guys standing right up around the line of scrimmage.
And Mash comes out to speak with Bateman here as we get a flag.
As it's going to be a delay of game, I believe. Yep, Mash wasn't quite sure that he needed to be on the field for that first play.
And first game jitters here for the Spartans. We've had a couple scrimmages. We know that every team does a scrimmage, but this is there's nothing like this when it comes to trying to get your jitters out, and you get them pretty early. Let's get those out of our system if you're the Spartans.
Bateman in the shotgun. He's going to pass to start it. He gets away from the pressure, tries to drop it in the bucket to Waller, and Waller had it in and out of his hands.
On the fingertips of Waller, and it was in the basket, but just couldn't bring it in. A quick kind of trickery play for me. I wasn't expecting the Spartans to go deep pass on the first play of the game. But
as the Spartans really took everybody out that you would think would be the playmaker in that moment aside from Waller. They ran him on the wheel, and you still managed to lose him. If you're Waterford, that's going to be tough for Coach McCutcheon. But you did see Rylan Hucks and Nolan Jenkins jogging out on the field now as what should be a, multiple running back, multiple receiver kind of set here, and it is.
Yeah, they've got double receivers on both sides of this ball, and now Bateman going to actually come out of quarterback position. Waller in the spot to take direct snap. Actually, that's
going to be Rylan Hucks, I believe, number 9. He's going to turn and hand it to Mash off the left side, and they will pick up a few at least.
So a little trickery play there, and the old bait and switch around for the Spartans as they shift a lot of men in motion and actually send Bateman out on the outside to try to trick this Waterford defense. Nothing much doing as it's going to be second down and 11 to go, or third down and 11, I should say now.
And the Spartans also picked up their first warning for sideline infraction already. Seems like the officials are either right on top of it or the coaches were a little too excited to start.
Everybody got to settle down a little bit here. Settle down. Spartans come out here. Bateman will go back as he that's going to be Bateman again.
They're going to go Hucks again in the backfield, and now they throw the flag. What's this one for? Delay game once again. That's been the one thing that you can't necessarily emulate on the practice field is how many, truly how many seconds there are on the play clock.
Yeah, the Spartans shooting themselves in the foot here on this first series. Just unable to get things going. Now they back themselves up to a third down and 15. And ball is placed at their own 19-yard line.
It's going to be Mash in the back with Bateman there. Straight shotgun, 2 receivers either side. Got a little bit of space if he can get away from that Wildcat. He does. Now he's just going to tuck it and run. A great block by Hucks on the outside. Nolan Jenkins. And that's going to be a first down Spartans.
They did. They got to that line. They needed to get to the 35, and he stepped right out of bounds on that line. And that moves the sticks. My goodness, what feet Alex Bateman had on that one.
He knew he had a chance when he got around the corner there. Logan Jackson, the senior D lineman there for the Wildcats, had a bit of a free run, but once Bateman was around him, he wondered would he flick it out there to Jenkins. Jenkins did a great job coming back and picking up the block. As it's the same set here.
Bateman takes a snap. It's going to be a fake handoff. He's going to keep it himself. Goes up the middle, and he's going to get hit, but not before picking up close to another first down. I think that's got enough.
That's another 10 on the dot there is Bateman with the quick pull, that time taking advantage of the fact that Jackson was too far up the field.
So the Spartans must have heard me there. As I said, they were shooting themselves in the foot. Now getting the ball moving, and it's almost a half field. Spartans first and 10 from their own 46-yard line.
They're going to keep it in the same formation here. Coach Davis likes what he sees by the guys up front. Why shake it around? Waller on the motion. He's going to go jet sweep. Tries to cut it back inside. Runs through a few people, but they do finally knock him back a yard, and that's what it's going to be.
Be Logan Jackson in on that tackle. The senior, 6'1", 225 pounds, just was not letting go of Waller there, and it's a loss of 1.
As now, Spartans have a second to reset. 10:39 on the clock here, 2nd and 12. Ball on the Spartan 44.
So Spartan's going to just kind of set it up here a little bit. They've got time, so have had those 2 delay of game penalties here in this first drive.
And now not breaking the huddle before 10 seconds. It starts to get a little interesting. Can the Spartans run it again?
Down to 5 now.
They got there quick. Bateman moves the man in motion, hands it off to mash up the middle, who turns, and he got swallowed up quick, but he does get a yard. That's going to be number 70 out there, Dylan McCutcheon.
Nice tackle there, but does give him a yard, and he goes back to right about the line of scrimmage, or the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10.
See what Bateman does now. They're going to give him a chance to be an athlete in the backfield, I'm sure.
Bateman takes a snap, rolls back, looks for somebody open. Flag on the play as it does get caught by number 11. It's enough for a first down if it stays.
Carter Jewell does pick up the 10 yards, but they're going to say hold there, and that's tough on the Spartans because the hold was truthfully just the fact that somebody just got on the outside of the shoulders. It wasn't even, wasn't blocking anybody from getting anywhere.
No, it didn't affect the play, but again, another Spartan penalty. That's the 4th one of this drive. It all started with the kickoff where they had the block in the back, followed by 2 holding calls and now a 3rd. Or a delay of game, I should say. Two delay of games.
Play looked good, though. Jewell was wide open on that deep crossing route. I'm not sure if his man lost him or if Carter Jewell's just got the speed to leave you in the middle of the field.
Carter Jewell, the sophomore, originally played quarterback for the Spartans JV team last year, but knew Bateman was coming in as a junior quarterback and decided to get some playing time. He was going to try his hand at wide receiver, and thus far working out for the young man.
When Jenkins a little confused, so Coach Davis needs to get a timeout there, make sure that these Spartans can run at least a solid play here on this 3rd down and long. We'll be right back here with your Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air.
I'm Dr. Amy Magert, and I'm a pediatrician at Holzer in Athens. Choosing to practice here meant coming home for me, and I'm able to give back to the community that I love. When it comes to local health care, think Holzer first.
I'm Dr. Aaron Ramsey, and I've been a chiropractor here at Holzer Athens for 20 years. I love this community and its people. That's why I choose to work and raise my family here. It's all about community, and that's why I think Holzer first.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
As we come back after the timeout, quick catch-up here. I think it's going to be Bateman receiving the hand, or he's going to take the snap, and Dylan McCutcheon runs him down, and he's going to be sacked on the play. Big loss for the Spartans there. That's going to bring up 4th down and 31 now for the Spartans, and they'll have to punt it away.
A little difference between McCutcheon and Jackson there. Just couldn't shake him as this punt from Trent Shadd through the hands of a couple of Waterford Wildcats, and that is fair caught by number 33, Colton Jones there. He did get popped a little bit by Waller, but he was the one who stood up and took a few steps forward. So
yeah,
what do you want?
The fair catch was a little bit late, in my opinion. He did call for it, but it was right at the very end of the play, and you got to say Waller was already had a head of steam about him, and he was looking for the contact. So, but nonetheless, that'll bring up Waterford 1st down as they get their first series on offense. 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. We'll see how this Spartan defense can match up. They did well in the red zone last year, but they did get burnt quite a bit when it came to open field play.
The Spartan front 6 or 7 here, certainly the strength of this team in general. They're bringing a couple backers to start right at Hayden Jones' face. He hands it off to Colton Jones on the outside. Jones has got some space. He's just got to beat number 11, Carter Jewell, and he does to the corner. Touchdown, Wildcats.
First play on offense, and Waterford puts up a 6 on the board. My goodness.
Colton Jones turned a corner there. Great job by Max Roberts to keep somebody sealed off just enough, and Jones had Jewell beat on the outside.
Yeah, nice play there and a good read by Jones to get through the gap, and once he had that open field, there was nobody stopping him. Jewell tried, but unable to run the big man down.
As now you're going to see Riker Hutchins step in here, the left foot. It looks kind of funny from this kind of angle comparatively to the kickoff. And he counts everybody again, as they had 14 on the field.
My goodness.
But since they never huddled, it worked out, I guess.
Week 1.
No,
now
they
flag
throw the flag. Why don't you throw it when the first guy walked out? Substitution, infraction. When you realize there were 14 on the field, why not throw it then? Why wait until everybody was off the field?
Yeah, that's we'll have the officials for week 1 as well. You know, as he comes over and explains to the kicker, and that'll back the Wildcats up 5 yards. One play, and they take it to the house on the Spartans here, trying to make this extra point. Looks like they have the right number of players now.
Weston Fairchild on the hold here. Ball back, snap through. Just enough to get through there for Hutchins.
So that's going to be 7-0 Waterford over Alexander here, as we'll be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
Hey, it's me. Well, you from the future. Let's talk budget. Gas prices are going up, you blew your budget buying groceries, and here comes your bill for car insurance. Now, that's one bill you can control when you choose Erie Insurance.
Do your future self a favor and ask about Rate Lock from Erie.
The only thing going down is the waistline on our jeans. Yep, low rise are back in again.
Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today at McFadden-insurance.com.
Go to ErieInsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Let's be honest. The only way you should have glass work done around the house or at your business is by a professional. And that professional is Pidcock Glass in Nelsonville. They do glass replacement, storm window and repairs, and patio door glass. They do custom glass, mirrors, plexiglass, and Lexan. They can even cut custom glass of all shapes. Call Pidcock Glass today at 740-753-4527 or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
Welcome back after Waterford kicks it off and fumbled around by Shad down at about the 10-yard line. He just has to lay on it, and that'll be where the Spartans start their drive here. Second drive of the game for the Spartans will start 1st and 10 on their own 10-yard line.
There were bright spots in that first drive, and obviously it was really the mistakes, the penalties is what killed them. They were doing fine when the offense got to work unimpeded. So we'll see what Bateman can do here.
Bateman, like you said, I think Bateman looked good in that first, there were some sparks there for the Spartans, but just trying to put together a drive to get them 6 and try to tie this ball game back up with the Waterford Wildcats.
As Jewell came in motion, they're going to swing pass out to him on the right side. Good blocks by the receivers on the outside. He steps out, but not before about a 5-yard gain on the swing pass.
Yeah, good little gain there as he gets outside, and on that screen, Jewell was able to pick up his feet and get some yardage moving. Move the Spartans out, then that's going to put them at the, I'm trying to see the scoreboard, but it's far side of the field. Looks like about the 18-yard line.
As that gives Bateman his first completed pass in his varsity career. Congratulations to him. He brings Waller in motion this time. Looks like he might be setting him up to do it the other way. He does. He goes deep, though.
That time
ball
was way
sails
strong.
over everybody.
So Trent Shad was the intended receiver, but I don't even know an NFL guy could have caught that one. It was way over the head.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was maybe looking for Waller there on the shorter sweep and then just kind of overshot it or what happened there. But see what the Spartans do now, as it is going to be 3rd and 5. Ball's on the 17 here with 7:58 to go. He gets it straight shotgun.
Bateman with the pass and quickly hit. That's going to be completed for a first down, and that's going to be Shad on the completion.
9 yards there. Great job by Trent Shad to bring it in. Great pass there by Bateman. Fit it just over the head of Hayden Jones. Or excuse me, that's number 4. That is Drew Huck.
So threading the needle there, really just putting it where his man could get it right in the chest. And first down for the Spartans at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10.
They're going to stay in that shotgun, 2 receivers either side. Jewell now coming to the right side. They turn and hand it to Mash in the middle, and he is swallowed up quickly. Is on the outside. That's number 55 there. Logan Jackson, he was able to just kind of get around the defense.
So Mash actually going to lose about half a yard there, and that's going to be 2nd down and 11 at the 25-yard line. The Spartans' run game hasn't really been able to get moving yet, but these quick passes by Bateman and him on his feet have been able to keep the Spartans' drive alive so far. Waller, man in motion, and it's going to be Bateman with the pitch out to Mash, and Mash looking to try to get to the outside up that left side, and nothing there.
Might have lost another half yard again there.
Stopped by Drew Huck.
It was the right move there by Bateman to get rid of it when he did, but coming around the backside, number 10, Trevin Zimmer, just using track speed to kind of get across the formation to make that tackle. Outside linebacker there, one of the older guys, one of those juniors out here that got playing time last year.
So 6:20 left here in the first quarter. Spartans down by 7. As Bateman back to take the snap, he does. Goes back to pass. Little over-the-top pass. It is complete to Waller.
Waller
loses the ball.
I'm not sure who's on it, as there was a Wildcat who sort of corralled it, and then it got away, but he was the one who finished on top.
It is going to be a turnover for the Spartans as Waller unable to come down with it fully as he tried to make that turn, and that's going to be Waterford Wildcat ball, and that's going to be 1st and 10 from the Spartan 28-yard line. 27-yard line, I apologize.
It was a good job there by Bateman, kind of with that dump pass, this little screen there in the middle. Got it over everybody who needed to. Waller just came down with it, and as he started to fight, popped out. Sweat early in the season. All things that they'll get better at here.
Hayden Jones takes a snap. It's going to be handoff. Number 33, Colton Jones. Jones keeps those feet moving and finally taken down after a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Colton Jones down by 42.
Looks like they are going to give him just about 3 there.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 7. As we do have a Spartan down injured here, we'll go ahead and take a timeout and be back to your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7.
I've got a few summer crushes, and I met them all at McDonald's. The first is any size Southern Style sweet tea for just $1.29. I can't stop thinking about it. Then there's any size frozen Dr. Pepper, Fanta Blue Raspberry, or Coke for just $1.99. Ice cold and sweet is my jam. Lastly, any size iced coffee is just $1.99. I'm sort of obsessed. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
At Tri-County Career Center, our students are athletes, band members, and cheerleaders, but they are also earning industry credentials and skills that will prepare them to be workforce ready. No matter if they are heading off to college to work or to serve in the military, we prepare them. Some of our students are earning money through internships, and others are earning college credits through CCP. And that's just the high school level. Our adult center is offering cutting-edge short-term and long-term classes such as fiber optic technician and cosmetology. Jump on the web at tricounty.cc to see a list of our programs. Tri-County Career Center wishes everyone a safe and winning season.
Rutland Bottled Gas has been in Southeast Ohio since 1947 and serve all the surrounding counties in West Virginia and Ohio. At Rutland Bottled Gas, they have products that make your life more comfortable, like propane for your home, business, farm, and industry, space heaters, ventless log sets, Weber grills, and gas and electric ranges. Rutland Bottled Gas has you covered with 2 locations to better serve your needs. 282 Main Street, Rutland, and 177 North Plains Road in the Plains. Visit rutlandbottledgas.com or call 740-742-2511.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Coming off the injury timeout, it was Spartan number 77, Davin Steenrod. Looked like with a knee injury, but play is back in action here, as we'll talk about that in a second. Colton Jones gets the handoff. It spins up the middle. And a flag on the play. Now 2 flags on the play.
You're going to get 1 for either a block in the back or unnecessary roughness, as that was, it looked like, couldn't quite tell on the outside, but it was a big lineman just riding somebody and holding them in the process.
Jones originally had gotten about 4 yards on the carry, but we'll see if this one gets brought back.
I'm not sure if the tackle itself was clean as well, because I think that's where the second flag came in.
Quickly to kind of chime in on that injury update here, it was Davin Steenrod, the sophomore for the Spartans lineman, and we really can't afford to lose another big guy if you're the Alexander Spartans. We hope that he does okay.
It's going to be a hold on the Wildcats there, and then it is going to be a face mask on the tackle, so they are going to offset 4 yards, or just repeat second down, excuse me. So we are going to walk it back as well.
So it'll be second down, and ball placed right at the spot we were at. Second down and 7 on the 26-yard line of the Spartans. Waterford looking to strike again here on their second drive of the game. Be Hayden Jones back in the shotgun set. He's got Jones behind him.
That's going to be Zimmer on the jet sweep. He's got Colton Jones as a big blocker. Gets around a guy on the outside, fights back to the middle where the Spartans are. Good gang tackle in the end, led by none other than Isaac Waller.
As he gets just past the 20-yard line, and that's not going to be enough for a first down.
And
so
there's another flag on the field anyways. Not sure if the motion made it an illegal formation or what's going on, but that's about the spot where they put it. Is an illegal motion, illegal formation call. We'll see what they say.
The laundry has been flying here tonight early. Still 5:39 here in the first quarter. Spartans trail 7-0 against the Wildcats of Waterford.
As it is going to be dead ball, personal foul on the Spartans.
And they're actually going to take...
and they want to talk to... That's going to be number 58 for the Spartans, Trevor Sweeney. They're going to ask him to step off the field for a second.
Sweeney, senior this year, and another defensive and threat for the Spartans. You don't want to lose him and have him sit on the sidelines. I didn't see anything that looked, irregular to me up here in the booth, but the officials are talking to the head coach, and
they're saying something with this slap. I'm not sure if, he went for the helmet slap to get off the block and they thought it was too aggressive or what it was, but they were certain, anytime they were talking about it, they were showing the motion of a slap.
So that'll move the ball up to the 9 or the 10-yard line. So it'll be first down, and it looks like it'll be...
Should be first and goal. Should be first and goal. Zimmer, now he's going to go the other way, and it's going to be a pass. Hayden Jones, he's got time. Now he's getting bared down, throws it to the corner. Max Roberts there, but no good. That's going to be Jared Heiss.
Good defensive coverage there, as it's going to be Alex Bateman actually on the coverage for the Spartans and able to just follow. Was that Roberts that was the intended receiver?
No, I do believe that was Jared Heiss. It looked like Wally Meek, I believe, the guy stepping in for Sweeney with the chase down there.
It's a nice job there creating some rush on the quarterback and just not allowing him to have the time that he wanted.
As Sweeney does get the chance to step back on the field here. They just wanted him to take a breather.
Sometimes that's what you need. Cool down a little bit, come back in.
As it's now going to be second and goal here. Jones with Jones in the backfield.
Hayden Jones calls a man in motion.
That's Zimmer. Now he's going to run right up the gut. Follows Colton Jones. A little dance. He fights for the goal line, and they're going to call him a touchdown.
Yeah, we got the sideline official saying touchdown, so that's the second touchdown of this quarter here for the Wildcats. That's going to put them up 13-0.
That was Hayden Jones just dancing around there in the middle.
So Hayden Jones does it himself that time. First time passes or hands it off for the first touchdown this quarter to Colton Jones. This time Hayden Jones finds pay dirt as well. And out to do the extra point attempt, it's going to be number 64, Riker Hutchins.
Big thing about that is all the plays, all the penalties. There were only 2 positive yard plays for that entire drive for the Wildcats, but they moved 40 yards.
And that's extra point is up and good. 14-0 here. Waterford over Alexander here in the first quarter. 5:20 left to play. We'll be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
Our area is a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. One of our basic purposes is to serve the financial needs of this area. The money we lend is used to send kids to college, finance new businesses which create new jobs, and much, much more. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
And we're back as Waterford gets the kickoff here. It's going to be fielded by Trent Shad. And Shad gets it up past the 30-yard line to about the 33, and that's where the Spartans will take over for their third drive of this game.
Couple not too bad kickoff returns here for the Spartans to get things going, as the block seems to set up pretty well. Just got to find that one moment to break it out.
So the Spartans, again, they start 1st and 10 now. Ball was placed at the 32-yard line, so their own 32. And I'm trying to see if that was Shad on the carry or if that was...
Should be Shad. Shad and Jake Roush did go ahead and switch numbers here compared to the roster we do have. So Shad should be number 5. Jake Roush, your kicker for the Spartans, should be number 3. As we see a full backfield for the first time for the Spartans. It was a little bit confusing as Hucks flips it all the way around to Waller, and Zimmer did a great job beating his block to be there.
They sure did, and they did a good tackle on Waller, got him right in the legs, and that's how you stop the big man. They got him in the backfield for about a 4-yard loss there.
As where was Bateman on that one? Because that was every other running back in the backfield.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That was, we had four potential running backs back there. They end up pitching it back to Waller. Just couldn't get to the outside there. So 2nd down and 14 from the Spartan 29-yard line.
As once again, Bateman and Shad on the outside. It's going to be Jenkins that takes it, and he's going right in behind everybody. Or excuse me, that's Jenkins.
And a quick leg sweep there by Trevin Zimmer again. Zimmer, man, he is just a beast out there on defense.
He's playing that kind of outside linebacker, but almost a mix between a strong safety, the way he's just playing with freedom out there. He's certainly not thinking about any sort of backer lane or anything like that.
You can't miss that young man. He's got bright green shoes on tonight, so you know where he's at all times.
As they're going to stay in this formation. But this time they send Waller out of it.
Now Waller coming back into it.
Now they're back in the T formation here. And it's going to be a timeout by Coach Davis because everybody didn't know what the play was, or at least what the formation was. We'll go ahead and take it with him here in your Game of the Week here on Wild Country 107.7.
Pidcock Glass is the largest full-service glass company in the area. They've been serving Southeast Ohio for over 30 years and have over 100 years in combined experience. They do it all: commercial, residential, screen, mirrors, tabletops, and heavy equipment. Have a unique issue? Just let them know. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com or call 740-753-4527 to set up an appointment or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Pidcock Glass.
Are you planning to install a new garage door or garage door opener? Don't do it yourself. Call the experts at My Garage Door Company. They install the best and service the rest. Located in Athens, a family-owned father and son company in business for over 8 years. They are certified garage door technicians. Call today for an estimate or to schedule a service or repair. 740-818-2915 from My Garage Door Company.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back after the Alexander timeout. It's going to be Bateman rolling out to his left side. Throws, got a man open, but could not corral it in. Intended receiver there was Ryland Hucks.
As Zimmer was chasing him down from the back. Again, just showing off that speed. Hucks just couldn't quite pull that one in.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and 13. Spartans backed up to their 29. They're going to have to kick it again here. Another punt ensuing here for the Spartans.
As Shad takes us. Yes.
So it will be back to do the kick. That's going to be Shad.
That was a high snap, but Shad still got the punt off.
And ball going to go out of bounds. Looked to be at the Waterford 39-yard line. And that's actually going to be number 3, Jake Roush, punting there for the Spartans.
So Roush is now stepping back to do the, the drop kick in his soccer world, because he is certainly a part of this Spartan soccer team. Something that has been great between, Coach Crow, Coach Davis, Coach Koska, Coach Penrod, all the team guys that have gone to Coach Crow and said, hey, can we use a guy? And he has been gracious enough to hand somebody over every year, and somebody's been willing to do it every year.
Yeah, I mean, the Spartans, never usually have any issues with finding a kick game. And that goes back to when I was in high school over 20 years ago. We got, we always seem to find a nice, kicker from this soccer team.
As Hayden Jones hands it off to Colton Jones. There's a big gap out in the middle. Jones cuts back. He's got a little bit more space. He does pick up about 11 yards, but it looks like we are going to have a flag in the backfield. Hold, walk it right back. Make it
correct.
1st and 20 instead.
And Jones felt all the weight of Isaac Waller as he came down on top of him there. And it's all for nothing as it will get brought back. Remaining 1st down, but a 10-yard penalty for the Wildcats.
14-0, just under 3.5 to go. Still in this first quarter here. As we do love football, but this is one of those ones that will grind through you here to start week 1. You can already tell.
It's week 1. It just seems like the first quarter's kind of gone on here forever, if you will.
As Jones has got Jones in the backfield. Looks like he's got one Heiss and a Zimmer off the other side and a Heiss and a Roberts the other way.
Hard count, hands it off to Jones. And he will get taken down there at the 30-yard line. Maybe about a half-yard pickup for Colton Jones.
Looked like Trevor Sweeney did a good job of being there.
And we've got an injury there as Colton Jones looks like he is down. Or that's not Colton Jones,
that's Zimmer.
Waterford Wildcat down. We'll go ahead and take an injury timeout and be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tink's Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tink's Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think Tink for your next great car deal. Tink's Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tinksautotradingpost.com.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back after the injury timeout. Trevin Zimmer was able to walk off with some help. It will be Hayden Jones back to pass now. He rolls out to his right side looking for Roberts, I believe. Yes, that's Max Roberts. And was that completed? It looks like maybe...
Just in and out of the hands is what it looked like there for Hayden Jones, as Roberts thought he had it, but good job there on the back side. That's Alex Bateman playing the cornerback.
So Spartans defense doing well here now. 3rd down and 20 for the Wildcats, and it'll be from their own 29-yard line.
They already sent Waller on basically a free run at Jones there. He just couldn't quite get there in time. See if they do it again. Try to put some pressure here on the young quarterback.
So it will be Hayden Jones with Colton Jones off to his left. Looking for somebody open there gets a hand on him, but it does complete the pass. That's going to be number 11, Weston Fairchild, with the completed pass, and they get back about 12 yards out of that, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down and 8.
And there's a flag on the play, so they're actually going to walk it back again. It's going to be another hold there. I'm not even sure where that one came in, because Sweeney looked like both guys off the right side for the Spartans had almost a free rush, and Jones just stepped up in the right way.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really see much of a hold in the backfield, but a good thing for the Spartans. But it'll be 3rd down now and 30 for this Waterford Wildcat team. They'll need to get to their own 49 for a first down. 2 minutes and 20 seconds now left in the first quarter. Spartans trail 2 touchdowns, 14-0 here in this one in the first quarter.
This is going to be the chance. You keep Colton Jones inside to help protect. It's Max Roberts on the outside. That's where Jones is looking. He's going deep. Roberts versus Bateman, and that was a great job by Bateman just playing guard.
Yeah, he knew where the ball was, knew he didn't have to touch the receiver over the head of Roberts, but a good throw, good arm there. But that's going to bring up 4th down now, 4th and 29 to go, and we'll see the punt team for the Wildcats for the first time tonight.
Punt team for the Wildcats steps out. Trent Shadd steps back to receive this kick, as it should be Hayden Jones, I believe, punting, and it is.
Trent Shadd, the senior for the Spartans, he is back at his own 40-yard line. Hayden Jones calls for the snap. He gets the kickoff. Decent kick, but not going to even get to the 50-yard line. And that's where it will be down by Max Roberts. And the Spartans get good field position to start off their 4th drive of this game.
Finally into plus territory here for the Spartans. Is that one just not quite on the foot of Jones the way he wanted it to be. Good job by the defense. Got a chance to turn around and do something well, as they're going to bring Shadd and Waller off the field for this play. I'm interested to see what formation they're going to come out here in.
So Bateman looks like he will be back in quarterback formation. It's going to be Mash behind him.
He's got Jenkins tight off to his right. He's got 2 receivers to his left. There might even be another tight end in there.
He goes straight up the middle and hand off to Mash, and Mash is going to lose 2 yards.
As that is C. Ware, number 52, stepping in there, along with number 73, which is Caden Riley, the junior, getting some of his first hands on the ball carrier there, playing defensive tackle.
Waller still on the sidelines for the Spartans as they start this 2nd down. It's going to be 2nd and 12 from Waterford's 45-yard line. And we'll see what Coach Davis has drawn up here on this 2nd and 12. Sends a man in motion.
It should be Hawk there, as this is going to be an option out to Mash. Does a good job getting around the replacement for Zimmer. That's number 20 there for the Wildcats, Braden Smith, but a good job by everybody else to clean it up.
Yeah, they just kind of read that well and picked up a yard, but that's going to bring up 3rd down and 11. Spartans just kind of unable to get this moving here against this Waterford good defense that they're playing.
It's Jackson, McCutcheon, Ware, and Smith just doing a great job at clogging up the holes, staying in this pistol. Now they send Jenkins out a little wider here on the right.
Bateman takes a snap. He goes back to pass, steps up in the pocket, gets a throw off, and it's going to be picked off. Colton Jones has the ball. He gets it to his own 35, to the 40, cuts up the middle. He's to the 50.
This is the corner he went earlier. He's got a blocker, but Trent Mash gets him to the sideline.
Yeah, finally gets taken out of bounds there, but not before a big return. Nice jump step there by Colton Jones. Just hop up and go get that one with one hand, brought it down. And unfortunately for the Spartans, that's going to be a turnover, interception, and Waterford will have the ball at the Spartan 29-yard line. Maybe the 28-yard line is what I'm looking at now.
Just a one-handed grab there. Jones certainly showing off his senior athleticism out there.
Yeah, that certainly was a very athletic move as it looked like it was going to be just over his hands, but he was able to get those gloves up there and pull that one down with one arm.
As he gets a chance to get a breather now, number 23, that is going to be Cameron Johnson in the backfield along with Jones. He's going to get it. They're going to go double reverse to Xavier Heiss, who's got some space. He's got the corner. Oh, they're going to throw a hold, which is a bad call to bring back this touchdown, but it's good for the Spartans.
Yeah, lucky break there for the Spartans, as that will, the laundry's going to go the way for the Spartans, as that was a nice reverse, and I mean, it fooled all the Spartans there. Nobody was around.
That is a tough call for the Wildcats to get that hold. You could see it about clear as day in front of everybody, but it, again, had zero effect on the play, and he kind of released it as soon as he felt that jersey, you know, when you grab a jersey but you feel it get taut, he released it as soon as that happened. They still hit him with the penalty.
So that'll bring the Wildcats back. Fortunate there for the Spartans. Take 6 off the board and puts the Wildcats back 10 yards, so lucky break if you're the Alexander Spartans there.
As you would assume, Colton Jones is going to make his way back onto the field here, but he's got the helmet off on the sidelines. He's getting a chance to take a breather.
Young man had a great play and gets a chance to have a rest for a second.
Hayden Jones brings the play in here.
You saw the talent they had at running game when Colton Jones wasn't in there. Xavier Heiss was able to take that one to the house, if not for that holding play. Hayden Jones gets a snap. Going to be a handoff this time. That's going to be Cameron Johnson as he gets up just past the 30-yard line there. That'll be a pickup of about 2 or 3.
And that's going to finish up our first quarter here from Alexander. The Spartans down 14-0 to the Waterford Wildcats. We'll be back with your second quarter, here on your Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School Building in Athens. 740-589-5403.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
We switch sides of the field and get ready for second quarter action here. It'll be Waterford 2nd down and 12. Ball at their own 30-yard, the Alexander 30-yard line. Screen pass over now. That's going to be number 44.
14, I believe.
14, I apologize. Xavier Heiss.
As did a good job there. Thought maybe they were going to look double pass, but the Spartans were up in his face immediately. He had to try to drive through a couple of them. Didn't quite get anywhere. Maybe only about, actually they're going to give him 0. Didn't even get a yard there.
So Nolan Jenkins, Isaac Waller, there's a triple there. Alex Bateman, all 3 in on that tackle for no gain. 3rd down and 12.
As Jones and Jones in the backfield.
Hayden Jones takes a snap, rolls back, goes back to pass. He's got a man open. Max Roberts over the middle. Nice slant route, and he's got the ball almost to the goal line. You're going to call him down at the 2-yard line. What a pass there. 28 yards.
As Roberts just got open in the middle there, and he is too good of a receiver to leave him any space. Thought he was going to make the last Spartan miss, but good job by the black and red to gang tackle.
So Spartans backed into their own end zone here. 1st down and goal at the 3-yard lines where they officially spotted. And the Wildcats looking to strike again. Jones takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself. Runs up the middle, and he's got his legs into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, Waterford.
Hayden Jones doing a great job there. Add another 2 yards and another touchdown to his night.
So for the Wildcats, will be doing the extra point duties. It will be Riker Hutchins coming out for the third time tonight in the first half alone, trying to kick this extra point and make it 21-0. Hutchins back, snaps down, kick is up. This time blocked. Nice job there by the Spartans special teams to take that block, but it is 20-0 as the Spartans will have possession as we come back on Wild Country 107.7.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today by calling 753-1905.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
If you ask the My Garage Door Company team, how's business? They'll likely say, it's up and down, and they mean it, but not how you might think. My Garage Door Company's been keeping garage doors going up and down for over a decade. So remember, when a garage door problem occurs, don't call a "we kinda" service company or a "maybe" repair guy. Call the pros at My Garage Door Company for all garage door and opener problems. A family-owned and operated company. Visit their website at mygaragedoorco.com or call My Garage Door Company at 740-818-2915.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Kickoff is out. It's going to be Trent Shadd on the return. Gets the ball up to the 25-yard line as he's hit by a slew of Waterford Wildcats, and that's where the Spartans will start this next drive from their own 25-yard line. Trying to make something happen here. They got to get something going. It's 10:37 left here in the first half. And the Wildcats are up against the Spartans 20-0. That was the final score last year this game. But Spartans need to get out and get moving here and get this ball rolling.
The Spartans just got to move on offense a little bit more. The defense is showing up, believe it or not, for the 20-0 score. They show up in hard moments. It's just been those easy kind of first down big runs that have put them in a hole. As they're going to go full backfield here, looks like Jenkins and Waller with Bateman in the shotgun. He's got two receivers to his left, now bringing one across. That's Carter Jewell.
So a fake handoff to Waller, pass over to Jenkins. Jenkins has the ball out to the 30, and he gets taken down and loses the ball, but they're going to say he was down on contact. Jenkins picks up 5 yards there for the Spartans. It'll be second down and 5.
Ran through Fairchild on the outside, who was doing a good job to get through the Trent Shadd block. But Roberts and Huck were also bearing down there. As they're going to stick in this formation, this two-back formation.
Bateman, high snap, has to corral it, and he just has to fall on it. That's going to be a loss of yards there for the Spartans as Bateman wasn't able to take the snap cleanly. Very high snap there. Lucky to get that one back. That's going to put that back. It's going to be a 7-yard loss on that. So third down and 12 now.
Junior center Nick Jones. Sometimes things just happen as they bring in an extra receiver here. They were running tight end out there with number 45, Justin Adams. But now number 6, that is going to be Wyatt McDonald, the sophomore, plays out wide. Jewell moving across the formation left to right. Bateman rolling out. Got some space. Gets it over Roberts' hands. No, he doesn't. It's a tip and an interception by C. Ware.
My goodness.
How your defensive lineman ended up 10 yards back. And with the interception, I'm not sure, but maybe that's why Max Roberts was up there trying to take out the pass.
So unfortunate turn of events again for the Spartans. Tip pass at the line of scrimmage and pulled down. C. Ware just able to corral that one, and they're going to take over at the Spartans' 30-yard line. 29-yard line, I should say. First and 10 for the Wildcats. 9:15 left here in the first half.
As Bateman trying to get off the field. I'm not sure if he's going to get there in time.
Yeah, he was shaking up a little bit.
The officials are letting him get there.
So Bateman shaking up. We'll keep an eye on him. As Hayden Jones goes back. Shotgun set. Colton Jones beside him. And it is going to be a handoff to Colton Jones. Waller's got a hold of him in the backfield, and he let him know, I'm not letting go.
Isaac Waller gets his hands on him and takes care of it there. But forward progress, only a 3-yard loss as we get an update from our friends on the other side. 103.9 FM, 770 AM. The Nelsonville York Buckeyes at home leading over the Trimble Tomcats 7-6. Just an extra point difference over there, which honestly, when you think about the Trimble Tomcats, it's not that surprising.
Yeah, you got to think that rivalry game, both those schools, they want that win, that week 1 win. Always a big contest over there. So
as Hayden Jones gets the pass, but they're going to go false start there. I'm not sure if it was your lineman or if Colton Jones moved early, but somebody did. As we're also sitting here at after 8 o'clock, 8:30 to go here in the first half. And there are the lights. All right, for the first time, the stadium lights kicked on. I was getting worried.
I didn't know if they were going to come on or not. Yeah, it was questionable, but they were able to get those powered up, and we had such a long first quarter. I was wondering if we were going to have to bring blankets and pillows as well tonight.
Might as well, as huddle here for the Wildcats. Jones breaks it. He's going to have a Heiss and a Roberts to his left, a Heiss to his right with his family in the backfield. Xavier Heiss, he moves on a motion, but it's going to be Hayden Jones right up the middle, and now he gets ridden down. That's going to be number 72, Nick Jones.
Picks up about that 5-yard loss that was created from the false start. That'll bring up 3rd down and 15. They have the ball at the Spartan 34-yard line. So Spartan defense still holding strong here on this after that interception throw by Bateman. Just that tip pass. C. Ware able to corral that one and give the great field position to the Wildcats that they have now.
This is the moment for Max Roberts as Jones is looking there all the way. Steps up in the pocket. There he is, right across the middle. Couldn't hit him that time. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
Roberts was open on that slant route over the middle, but just kind of led the receiver a little bit too much there, and Roberts unable to come down with that one. Now you got to think, do you go for this here? 4th down and 15, but the ball is on the 34-yard line of the Spartans.
You would think so, knowing what your defense has been able to do so far tonight as they jog everybody out there. They've got the full group of Jones and Jones, Heiss and Heiss, Roberts.
So you got to think definite pass play here as Jones goes back to pass, being rushed by Sweeney, unable to get him, but the pass is in the air, and it tipped around. It's going to be a flag on the play.
And I'm not sure where this flag is coming from, as it might be a defensive hold down on the side. So I'm not sure what else you'd be throwing it for, because after you kind of break that pocket, your pass interference on either side becomes a little interesting. Oh, they're going to throw another sideline warning at the Spartans.
Wow.
But it doesn't matter. They should still get the ball
so it's
for a turnover on downs.
So we'll still get the turnover. Ball should be placed exactly at the same spot at the Spartan 34-yard line.
So it is going to be a sideline warning on Spartans. Still 1st down, Alexander.
Yeah, so good news there for the Spartans. Bad news for the sideline warning, but the good news is turnover on downs for the Wildcats, and the Spartans take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. 7:17 left to play here in the first half. They trail 20-0, trying to get this offense rolling here on week 1.
And I'm not sure what the Bateman injury is, but he looks like he was ready to jog out there, and the athletic trainer grabbed him and said no. The way he was holding his leg, I didn't think it was an injury that was really going to be something that holds him out long, but he's having a stern talking here with the athletic trainer about not going back out there as Nolan Jenkins steps into the backfield. He's got everybody behind him, dribbles it into the hands of Trent Mash, who falls on it.
And that's going to be a big loss there for the Spartans, as Bateman still getting talked to down there by the trainer.
Certainly she's down there looking out for him the best way. That's Maddie Schaaf out there. Great job by her, but Alex Bateman excited to get back out there. Looks like he might just have to wait this one out.
Yeah, he's certainly not happy. He wants to help his team out. I get that. You've got that teamwork mentality, but he does go over to the bench for now. We'll see if his night has come to an end or if he's going to come back out. But Jenkins under center now. He goes shotgun set, going to keep it himself, but he gets taken down in the backfield. And trying to see who that is there for the Wildcats. That's number 70. That's going to be Dylan McCutcheon out there, taking him down in the backfield for another loss.
As Jenkins kind of just trying to figure out what to do in a moment like that, it seems like. As now it's going to be 3rd down and 17. And they're going to stay in this same formation because it might be the only one they really know how to run with all of these guys.
Kind of got to do what you got to do when you're down your quarterback. Jenkins takes a snap back. He's going to look to pass. He's got Waller open, and Waller felt the presence there of Drew Huck and unable to complete that pass. That's going to bring up 4th down and 20 now.
The Spartans will look to punt. Roush jogs out there. Carter Jewell, Carter Hawk to join him there to finish out the substitutions.
So Spartans down 20-0. They'll have to punt it away here from their own 20-yard line. Back to receive will be the Jones brothers, Hayden and Colton Jones. I don't know if they're brothers, maybe they're cousins, but Jones pairing in the backfield to receive.
Is that not a bad snap there? Pretty good boot.
Ball lands at the 50-yard line and rolls to the Waterford 47. And it looks like that's where the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. 5:42 left to play here in this first half.
As the Spartans now have to replace their starting strong corner who's been going against Max Roberts all night. You would think that means Trent Shadd's going to have to flip sides of the field.
Yeah, I would think I agree with you there, Isaiah. As they do have Nolan Jenkins coming off the field.
He's being replaced by Rylan Huck. As those 4 linebackers that they've kind of got, pretty interchangeable guys, aside from Isaac Waller.
They actually called that ball at the 50-yard line. I thought it bounced at the 47, but nonetheless, Colton Jones gets a handoff. He gets up to right around the 1st down marker, and I think they'll call it
just a touch short.
So pickup of a long 9 there. 2nd down and 1 on that good run and spin move to pick up some extra yardage there by Colton Jones.
And that, calling it at the 50 is a bad spot.
That's what I thought.
By 3 yards, easy.
The ball hit at the 50-yard line, and
in between the numbers and the sideline, you can see that pretty clearly.
It took a good 3 to 4 yard bounce. Inbound still.
Either way. Jones with Jones in the backfield. 2 Heises on the field. He's going to pass quickly to the middle, and that's in and out of the hands of Jared Heiss, into the hands of Carter Jewell.
Jewell's got some space up the sideline, finally gets taken down by Hayden Jones, the quarterback who threw the interception, was the man to take him down. Carter Jewell, the sophomore, gets the interception for the Spartans.
Look what I found, Mom, and he immediately is running off the field. Not sure if he's just rolled up his ankle and needs to get off quickly to not feel it or what happened, but he's going to take a breather there. Carter Hawk's going to come on the field now as Bateman's still going to have to sit on the sidelines. You might as well go ahead and assume the Spartans are going to be without their new starting quarterback for the rest of this one.
Yeah, he's not coming back out there, and it looks like Nolan Jenkins will be getting the snaps, at least for now. For what we see, we'll see what the Spartans can do here with their new quarterback.
As they go into a different formation now, it's going to be Jenkins in the shotgun with Waller beside him. Trent Mash running out there quick as he's going to have to flank him on the other side. Trent Mash looks like he's dang near limping himself.
Yeah, a lot of Spartans look a little knocked up out here as Waller tries to backpedal as he gets some space to the outside, gets back to the original line of scrimmage and fights his way forward for a pickup of about 3 yards.
See where they say he actually went out of bounds. Maybe give him 4 there.
Had to fight for every inch there. Waller almost got taken down in the backfield. Was able to backpedal out of that tackle and then get himself around to the right side and picked up those 4 yards. 2nd down and 6.
Jackson and McCutcheon have just been taking care of that right side of that defensive or offensive line for the Spartans. They have to find a way to shore that one up. As that's going to be Huck coming across the formation. Jenkins, pretty good option, runs it right up the middle. He's got some space.
First down and more yardage there as he fights his way through into
20.
Wildcat territory there. And like you said, a 20-yard pickup there for Nolan Jenkins on the QB keeper. Nice option play, and he just decided to bring it down himself.
Mash on the sidelines trying to stretch himself out a little bit. That's why Hawk's running around out there. They run the option again right up the middle.
This time met by a slew of defenders. In on that tackle looked like number 73, Caden Riley.
Starting it right in the middle, though, none other than number 55, Logan Jackson.
And that defensive front for the Wildcats, they take up a lot of space down there. Tough to fight your way through, but that's 2nd down and 10 as the Spartans.
And they've adjusted to a bit of a 4-man front, actually, with Zimmer out, not putting the same amount of pressure on number 20. His replacement is that one from Jenkins in the dirt there on the outside trying to find Trent Shadd.
Yeah, that one just unable to really find the rhythm there. But you got to think, how many snaps has Jenkins taken? You really can't think that he's played the QB position too much to be throwing so many passes, but you just got to get in the swing of it here.
He is the only option, though. There's no other listed quarterback on this Spartan roster. So it's put your athlete back there and let him do something. Jenkins, little pop pass to Waller. He's got some space. Waller off to the left side. Great job, no hold on the outside by Shadd, and that's going to be a 1st down.
Gets up to the 24 or 25-yard line of Waterford, and I think this is the furthest that the Spartans have moved the ball all night with 3:34. Clock still running here, 3:33 left to play here in the first half. Jenkins gets a snap back, and he throws it up. He's got a man that he was looking for, but it's going to be intercepted by Hayden Jones.
As Jones read that all the way, playing the free safety out there, Jenkins just doesn't have the arm to quite fit it into that spot, it looked like.
He was looking for Trent Shadd down the field, and Spartans got caught getting a little too greedy there. And Jones had run that up to about the 22-yard line, or I'm sorry, that's going to be the 18-yard line.
Bateman back up, talking to his quarterback now. Talking to his buddy there, trying to make sure he's as prepared as he can be for these moments. As it is certainly a leg issue. That is what he is hobbling around that sideline with, but they're just not going to let him test it yet. It's Jones in the backfield with Jones. Xavier Heiss across the formation. He's going to follow him out to the left side. Spartans missed a couple tackles, but a great job by Waller to chase him down, give him the shove.
Ran 20 yards to pick up 2. Hayden Jones going to be a 2nd down, and actually they're going to say he was about right at the line of scrimmage, so he didn't pick up any yards. I thought, well, there he did. They finally moved the sticks.
Say tough spots over there on that Waterford side, the far side here from us at the press box.
Originally they weren't moving the chains, and now we're going to get a timeout, and we'll go ahead and take it with them. Be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
I can get 4 of my faves at McDonald's for an amazing price. I just have to say the secret words. McDonald's $5 meal deal. With these magical words, I can get a McDouble, a McChicken, or a hot and spicy McChicken. Plus a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, and any small soft drink. All of this is just $5. Actually, everyone can get the McDonald's $5 meal deal, so it's really not a secret. I'm just in a library right now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
At Tri-County Career Center, our students are athletes, band members, and cheerleaders, but they are also earning industry credentials and skills that will prepare them to be workforce ready. No matter if they are heading off to college to work or to serve in the military, we prepare them. Some of our students are earning money through internships and others are earning college credits through CCP, and that's just the high school level. Our Adult Center is offering cutting-edge short-term and long-term classes such as fiber optic technician and cosmetology. Jump on the web at tricounty.cc to see a list of our programs. Tri-County Career Center wishes everyone a safe and winning season.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
And after the Waterford timeout, that was their first timeout of the half. They come out 2nd down and 8 from their own 18-yard line. Hayden Jones and Colton Jones back. It's going to be Xavier Heiss, man in motion. Jones going to keep it himself at the QB position, and he's going to fall forward for about another 2 yards, maybe 1 yard. I can't really tell from that far side of the field. They're going to give him 2 there, so it'll be 3rd down and 6.
Got slung down there as they tried to run that same play. It just didn't look as open on the outside, so he cut it up behind Heiss this time. Couldn't get quite anywhere.
So clock still moving here. 2:45 left in the first half. And make sure you stay with us as we will have our Athens Insurance Services halftime show covering all the action here in the first half and what we hope to see in the second half from these teams. As Jones fakes the handoff, is going to roll out here, throw up, Roberts open, and he's going to get the completed pass. And that's up to around the 36-yard line. That'll move the sticks.
That's a solid 15-yard throw there to the dot on the outside from Hayden Jones.
Nice pitch and catch there. Max Roberts Hayden Jones just put it where Max Roberts was the only guy that could get that and had space to get out of bounds and stop this clock at 2:25. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. They're moving the ball from their own 36. Jones takes a snap.
Do the double reverse to Xavier Heiss this time, and he's got enough space again. Runs through a couple arm tackles. Spartans got to wrap up, and they finally do.
Gets it past into Spartan territory there, Isaiah, to the 49-yard line. Good run there by Heiss.
As that is going to be 15 yards there.
So now quickly, 2 plays later, the Wildcats are in Spartan territory, moving this ball. 2 minutes now left here in the first half. Jones
pass all the way, screen pass to Roberts. Going to try to make a move on Shad.
Gets to the 40 and rode out of bounds by Waller. But that's going to move the sticks again as he picks it up. 14-yard pass is what they'll give that off the screen.
As Roberts quickly starting to make some moves here in this game. We knew he was one of the most well-polished receivers on the night. But he's certainly starting to show it now as Wildcats picking up some pace.
And being able to get out of bounds stops that clock each time. They've got time to work with here. 1:51 left on the clock in the first half. Jones goes back to pass again. This time looking for Heiss. Heiss gets it on the outside. There's a flag on the play. Be a completed 6-yard pass, but we'll see. It's going to be holding on the Wildcats. That'll bring them back.
These holds have all been very ticky-tacky and very not involved in the play. But they're making sure that we are on top of calling everything here to start the season.
Yeah, that will stop a drive dead in its tracks. Be 1st down and 20 off that hold for the Wildcats. And that's going to pin them back to the Spartan 47-yard line now.
As the Spartans are just rotating in those linebackers as much as they can.
Spartans with a fairly small team this year. You know, there was they have a smaller team than you've seen in the past for some of the Spartans in the past, but still a lot of talent on this team.
As Jones is going to roll to his left this time, all the space in the world, tries to get it up to Jared Heiss, but overthrew him. So that's going to make it 2nd down and long.
And after that pass there, it'll be 1:35 left here in the first half. If you're just tuning in, it will be Spartans trailing the Wildcats of this 20-0 here in the first half.
As the defense lines up here, gets the call from the sideline.
Slowly moving back here. 7 seconds left on the play clock.
Jones pass all the way there. He's got Colton helping him out. He puts it across the middle. That's going to be Drew Huck, met by Trent Shad right as the ball got there. Great job by the Spartan cornerback to break that one up.
Trent Shad made him feel that one as Drew Huck went up to get it. And Shad just played that super nice there. Got the hit right as he was receiving the ball. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 20 for the Wildcats. 1:26 with the clock stopped here. Hayden Jones comes into the huddle with the play call.
Certainly moving a little slower at this point. But maybe they're just trying to get it into halftime.
3 seconds now. He's got to snap it. 1 second gets it off.
Trying to get into halftime, but you're running a lot of passes. Jones steps up a little bit. Still has a chance to flick it, but now he's just going to drop down. And that's going to keep the clock rolling.
Coming up slow there for the Spartans. That looks like number 19, Colt Newton. So 4th down and 20 And it's going to be, I think that's going to send.
Looks like Jones is going to step back to kick this one here. So Shad goes back. Jewell rolls up to play on the gunner.
Trent Shad all the way back to about his 7-yard line.
The way Jones has kicked these first couple, he's got a chance here. Oh, but he keeps that one low. Good checkup, though. It's going to go just inside 10-yard line. So Spartans are pinned deep with just under 30 to go here. We'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, 26 seconds to go for the Spartans, and they've got a whole field to work with. I'm going to guess that you just either hand it off here or down the ball, go into halftime. And we'll see what Coach Davis decides to do.
Checking across the sidelines. I don't see Bateman standing here. Is he back out on the field? He is not. Leading the way still is Jenkins. But I can't find Bateman on the sidelines anymore.
No, I don't see him either.
I'm not convinced he's not out there. I'm not convinced he's not on the far side at the moment. As Jenkins pulls it out, almost pulled it out from Waller. Now Waller's got some space. Tries to make a man miss on the outside. That's Fairchild. Doesn't quite, but then steps out, but does a great job of still moving forward.
Yeah, he kept those feet moving, but finally gets out of bounds, which is really what needed to happen. 16 seconds left, and that moves the sticks. Spartans have the ball at their own, that's going to be their own 23-yard line.
Give him just about 12 yards there. Not too shabby. Make a couple man miss. And Bateman is playing receiver now. They have made the switch here to go to Nolan Jenkins in the backfield. I think they're running Bateman on the outside.
Jenkins sends Jewell in motion. Jewell going to get the handoff, and he just throws it. That's going to be an incomplete pass is what they're going to call that. So with 8 seconds left, it's going to be second down and 10 as they call the incomplete pass.
So one more play to go here for the Spartans in this first half. 2nd and 10, ball on the 23. It's a half where you've seen a little bit of brightness out of your new quarterback in Nolan Jenkins as well. So what are you going to let him walk out on here?
Jenkins takes a snap, and he's going to take a knee there, and that's going to do it for your first half of play. The Waterford Wildcats 20, Spartans of Alexander 0. We'll be back for your Athens Insurance Services halftime show here on Wild Country 107.7.
Rutland Bottled Gas is a premier supplier of comfort. They make your life more comfortable with propane. Ohio and West Virginia customers have been depending on Rutland Bottled Gas as their premier supplier since 1947. With 9 locations that allow them to serve Ohio and West Virginia, it gives them the ability to service all your propane needs in a timely and efficient manner. With customized programs that'll fit your budget, such as prepaid, budget, lock-in, autofill, and market plans available. Give them a call at 740-742-2511 or visit them at rutlandbottledgas.com.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756.
Nothing really ever stays the same. Things get better or they get worse. Things grow or they get smaller. Communities are no exception. The life of a community is determined by the activities of the people who live there. What we do today will decide the future. Shop locally whenever you can. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
Are you planning to install a new garage door or garage door opener? Don't do it yourself. Call the experts at My Garage Door Company, located in Athens, a family-owned father and son company in business for over 8 years. They are certified garage door technicians. Call today for an estimate or to schedule a service or repair. 740-818-2915 for My Garage Door Company.
Football season is here. Keep your athletes at their best with Holzer in Athens. Dr. Jason Cox Orthopedics and Dr. Aaron Ramsey Chiropractic Care are currently accepting new patients. From follow-up care to injury repair, our healthcare team at Holzer Athens will keep your athlete in the game. Call 855-446-5937 to schedule your appointment today. That's 855-446-5937.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today by calling 753-1905. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to Alexander High School here in Albany, Ohio. The Alexander Spartans trailing this one 20-0 for the against the Waterford Wildcats. This is your Athens Insurance Services halftime show. Dustin Goldsberry alongside Isaiah Lyle. Mark Hunter, thank you for keeping us on back at the studio. As we are in halftime, the Waterford Wildcat Band putting on their halftime performance out here. And Isaiah, it's pretty much been a one-sided contest thus far. Waterford really the only team that's been able to move the ball, but that's in part due to Alexander having some big injuries here in the first half.
They did. Losing Davin Steenrod is big there. That was one of your guards, coming into play this season, and he was a great run stopper by being a big body in the middle. But the biggest one there, you got to say, is your new quarterback, Alex Bateman, going down. A lot in the same way we saw the Waterford Wildcats deal with it in week 1 last year, where Heiss went down and Jones stepped in. Now you've got Nolan Jenkins stepping in there to replace him, but Jenkins doesn't have the same training that, at least Jones had the training going into that. Jenkins is out there really kind of figuring it out as he goes.
Yeah, it's, and that's a hard thing to do when you're in a week 1 situation. This isn't practice. This is an actual, regular season game. It's not an easy thing to do to go into a game knowing, hey, I'm going to be running back and receiver, and then have to just jump right into being a quarterback, having not taken the reps and not having an ability to work with your team as a quarterback. I don't know how many reps he really got. They were really banking on Bateman to be that guy. but it's just not gone in the Spartans' favor when it looks into, the running game not really getting there. You've got little spurts, and I think that's where the Spartans have some light. Is you've had some spurts on offense and you've had some spurts on defense, but nothing really coming together fully. And the Spartans have that goose egg on the board due to that.
Yeah, it's been kind of tough there. As we knew that the Wildcats would come in with that bigger front. They would have guys who would be able to handle the line of scrimmage. It was all about what the Spartans could do to, combat against that, and they just haven't been able to find enough steam, find enough space. It's been a lot of, those front seven either way for the Wildcats tearing things up.
Yeah, it really has been, and you look at the way that the Wildcats start that with Hayden Jones and Colton Jones, first play of the game. About a 70-yard touchdown
about
run.
A 61-yarder,
so,
yeah.
First play of the game, and they just get off kicking it just like that. And then the next series, again, Hayden Jones running it in. And, it's just been a tough team to stop from a defensive and offensive standpoint. They've got a lot of weapons on this team. And, for the Spartans, with the injuries they've got going on, it just hasn't come together here. You look into the second half, I'm hoping to see some different, maybe not different personnel for the Spartans. I think the personnel's fine. I just think, you've got to make things happen. They really had a series going there in the second quarter, and then all of a sudden, really quickly, got a little greedy, and Nolan Jenkins, it was
Jenkins throwing at that time.
Jenkins throwing it, an interception to Colton Jones, and unable to complete anything there. But that was really the only time the Spartans were in, within ear of the end zone from the Waterford Wildcats.
You look at Nolan Jenkins, what he can improve upon. That defense, there are bright spots there that you saw. There were 3 punts in that first half amongst those 3 touchdowns. So you've got the ability. If you can stop that first down play, you can start to slow them down a little bit. Hayden Jones's passing has not looked as crisp as you may expect for a guy who had that full summer being that starter. But he is starting to find Max Roberts a little bit, but you've got to shut that down quickly because that can help get this game out of hand for the Wildcats there. Spartans have got to have, their guy. They've got to have Trent Shad right on the back of Max Roberts all night.
Yeah, that's got to be the guy that cannot leave Max Roberts. Max Roberts, a very good wide receiver, and if he gets lost in the middle of the field, they're going to be able to easily find him. He's got a head over about everybody out there, so if you're the Spartans, you've got to make sure you have an eye on number 8 at all times, and your senior Trent Shad has to be that guy to stop him, especially with Alex Bateman. He had him on there for the first quarter, but we really haven't seen him too much since that injury in the first quarter. So you got to have Trent Shad come out there and play a heck of a game on defense to really shut Max Roberts down. And the rest of the Spartans, trying to take care of the backfield. Waller's done a good job of getting back there. I've seen Trevor Sweeney get back there. I've seen a couple others get back in the back as well. So you look for the Spartans, you got to put pressure on Jones and really kind of pressure that pass game.
Before we take a break here on our Athens Insurance Services halftime show, we'll get a quick look at some scores from our other area teams, at least your county teams here, as Nelsonville York currently leading 14-6 over the Trimble Tomcats over there in Bookville. Check that one out on 103.9 FM, 770 AM. And then down on the Muskingum River, the Athens Bulldogs tied 14-14 with Philo at the moment there. That's a big one as Philo returns a lot of good players. The Bulldogs do too. First big test here for that group.
Yeah, that'll be a big test, I think, for the Bulldogs as, they bring back a lot of talent this year. They did drop a game to Philo last year, but the Bulldogs come in strong. They have a lot of good players and, looking forward to seeing what the Athens Bulldogs have in store this year. Philo's going to be a good test for them in week 1.
As the marching Spartans make their way onto the field, we will take a break here. We'll come back with stats and what can you expect from the second half here from your game of the week on your Athens Insurance Services halftime show.
I've got a few summer crushes, and I met them all at McDonald's. The first is any size Southern style sweet tea for just $1.29. I can't stop thinking about it. Then there's any size frozen Dr. Pepper, Fanta Blue Raspberry, or Coke for just $1.99. Ice cold and sweet is my jam. Lastly, any sized iced coffee is just $1.99. I'm sorta obsessed. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
At Tri-County Career Center, our students are athletes, band members, and cheerleaders, but they are also earning industry credentials and skills that will prepare them to be workforce ready. No matter if they are heading off to college to work or to serve in the military, we prepare them. Some of our students are earning money through internships and others are earning college credits through CCP, and that's just the high school level. Our adult center is offering cutting-edge short-term and long-term classes such as fiber optic technician and cosmetology. Jump on the web at tricounty.cc to see a list of our programs. Tri-County Career Center wishes everyone a safe and winning season.
Worried about running out of propane? Don't worry. Just call Rutland Bottled Gas. When you need propane, we'll be there. Rutland Bottled Gas. Always there when you need them. With their Keep Full program, you'll never be left in the cold. Rutland Bottled Gas, your reliable energy partner since 1947. Rutland Bottled Gas. Call 740-742-2511. Rutland Reliability. Always there when you need them. Ask about the budget, prepay, or lock-in rates as well. Visit rutlandbottledgas.com for more information or call 740-742-2511.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756.
No matter what business you're in, it's about people. It's about treating others the way you'd like to be treated. The word service literally means helpful act of assistance. We know that our local merchants offer more helpful acts of assistance than any other place where you'd care to shop. Together we grow. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School Building in Athens. 740-589-5403.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business, or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tink's Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tink's Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think Tink for your next great car deal. Tink's Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tinksautotradingpost.com.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to the Athens Insurance Services halftime show as the Alexander Marching Spartans out there giving a rendition of the Cranberries classic Zombie. And what a great job there by the Alexander Marching Spartans as they're putting on a heck of a halftime show here. With about 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in this halftime. Isaiah, let's talk a little bit more as we kind of hear the background noise of the Marching Spartans, but we'll enjoy that while we are here on this fabulous Friday night evening. If you're out here, you know what a nice night it is for football, and a good way to get started is usually week 1 and 2. We are absolutely drenched in sweat at this point in time, but it's not a bad evening. It's not super cold or it's not super hot. It's just a fun evening out here. Good evening to get outside and enjoy some Friday night football wherever you are. I hope you're enjoying this Friday evening and have a great weekend, everybody. But getting back into the mix here on this Athens Insurance Services halftime show. The Spartans trail this one 20-0 if you're just joining us to the Waterford Wildcats at halftime. that was the final score of this game last season, but two new teams, two completely different sets of players, and they trail 20-0 here in this half alone. Spartans just really unable to get the ball moving and make a full drive is what we would consider that. So
it was control all the way there for those Waterford Wildcats. As we said, it started from the first play there where they ripped off that 60-yard touchdown. But then after that, it was just everything. They'd lose a couple yards, but then they'd turn it around and get 10 yards. It was the fact that they were playing every play with that same intensity. They knew they'd break one at some point, and that's ultimately what they did. That's why they've got 20 on the board. Spartans on the other side, they just have to lock up a touch more. It's not like a lot keeps at least a couple more stops keeps one of those touchdowns off the board.
Yeah, that's you look at the way the Spartans started this ball game with all the penalties that set them back. It started right off the bat with a block in the back on a kickoff that brought them back, and then 2 delay a game. This is all in the same series. 2 delay a games and then a holding penalty, which just will kill drives. And then you look at the drives after that for the Spartans. They really were able to settle down and haven't really been in penalty trouble too much after that. A couple sideline warnings, but, nothing doing, no harm, no foul there. But for the Spartans, that first drive really kind of set them back. But then, defensively, after that first touchdown, they've settled in a little bit more. And, I'm anxious to kind of see the second half. Do the Spartans settle down and really get something moving here? Or what do you think, if you see the Spartans in the second half, I think they've got those nerves out of them. And, I look for a more calm and collected Spartans to come out here and play the second half.
I do, too. Coach Davis in there, Coach Marks, those guys, they all went there. They talked about it. Okay, you've got your first half out of the way. A lot of you guys, first varsity start, first, going against up against these big guys. They've got it out of their system. So if they can tighten up just a touch here in this second half, it's really going to give them an opportunity to, have plays that put them in this game. Now, on the other side, the Wildcats, they are a good team. They're going to do the same thing. It all depends who kind of makes that adjustment just that much more.
Yeah, that's a good point, Isaiah. I think for the Wildcats, they have so many athletes out there, and we've seen it here. They've got 2 picks in the first half, able to really stop Spartan drives in their tracks. But at the same time, the Spartans are there. It's just, which team's going to improve better here. And, even though you're down a 3-score deficit at halftime, the Spartans can certainly come back and make something positive out of this first game.
As the marching Spartans starting to make their way off the field, so everything's going to be nice and clear for this 3.5 minutes, but you can bet that they're going to put an extra 3 minutes on the clock, as they always do.
Yes.
That's just what it is. But before we get to our final break of our Athens Insurance Services halftime show, might as well talk about some of these stats here, because that's a great way, got to know where our guys are starting here off in the season. As Alex Bateman, before he got pulled there, he was 3 for 7 for 18 yards there and an interception. Nolan Jenkins, since he stepped in, he's 1 for 3, and he has got an interception in there as well, 13 yards for him. Isaac Waller, 14 yards so far on the ground off 4 carries. Alex Bateman had 21 before he stepped out. Nolan Jenkins, between being a running back and a quarterback, he has got 25 and 2 carries here. As Trenton Mash, he's the guy who's gotten the most carries on the night, but the least amount of yards, 5 yards just for the sophomore there. Hasn't found a way to quite break through some of those big arms of those Wildcats up front. In the receiving department, it was Carter Jewell with one of those catches, and the rest of them all going to Isaac Waller on screens in there. He's got 26 yards. On the other side, it looks like the Waterford Wildcats, it's going to be Hayden Jones in there. He is, I forgot to count Mr. Hayden Jones's attempts, but what he does have is just short of 50 yards, an interception in there as well. Looks like just over 10 attempts, so not too shabby for him in there. A couple receptions in there from Max Roberts. He's got 46 yards, and it looks like Fairchild has got 10 there. In the rushing department, that's where the Wildcats are doing their damage. 74 yards off 4 carries there for Colton Jones. And then Hayden Jones, he's got 2 touchdowns and 18 yards off of his 5 carries. Xavier Heiss has got 15. And Cameron Johnson stepped in there for a second. He picked up 5 yards of his own right.
Yeah, I mean, that's really saying something. The Wildcats able to get it done on the ground game and through the air in this first half. And for the sophomore quarterback, you say he's got, 50 yards, around 50 yards passing this first half. Not sure the attempts yet, but we will, as far as, I would say for a sophomore quarterback getting his, he really wasn't expected to last year make the start as a quarterback until Xavier Heiss gets hurt. That was the first game of the season, and, he just really came into his own last season, and now they run with the sophomore, and you'll be hearing his name a lot more these next 2 years, but he's got this season to play as well. As we get into about a minute 12 left here in our half, we do want to thank our sponsors again. One more time. H&R Block, McFadden Insurance, J&K Contracting, Athens Insurance Services, Athens Automotive Keys, your local McDonald's, First National Bank, Rutland Bottle Gas, Tinks Auto Trading Post, Tri-County Career Center, Fred Wolf Automotive, Little Italy Pizza, Holzer Health Systems, Coach's Appliance Heating and Air, Pidcock Glass, and don't forget, at the end of this one, we will have our Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game to give away. That'll go to one of the Spartans that had the best game, and that really kind of still up for grabs. We'll see what happens in this second half. No players got that dinner for two for Texas Roadhouse yet, so we'll see what the second half brings us here as we'll go ahead and take our last break here, and we'll bring back the third quarter of action here on Wild Country 107.7. This has been the Athens Insurance Services Halftime Show.
I'm Dr. Amy Maggard, and I'm a pediatrician at Holzer in Athens. Choosing to practice here meant coming home for me, and I'm able to give back to the community that I love. When it comes to local health care, think Holzer first.
I'm Dr. Aaron Ramsey, and I've been a chiropractor here at Holzer Athens for 20 years. I love this community and its people. That's why I choose to work and raise my family here. It's all about community, and that's why I think Holzer first.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise. But Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change a car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today by calling 753-1905.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back here. It's going to be a kickoff in about 1 minute here, Isaiah, as they did put that next 3 minutes just for stretch time back on the clock here. The Waterford Wildcats already over on their sideline. They're ready to go. The Spartans look like they're utilizing that entire 3 minutes to try to stretch back out. I think they were a little bit later coming onto the field than the Wildcats were, but as we get set here, final thoughts here on this as we wrapped up the halftime show. What are your thoughts here for the Spartans? What do they need to do, mostly to try to get back in this one?
Try to establish some sort of strength on that offensive and defensive line. If you can just hold your own for long enough to get a couple of these Waller runs, a couple of these Jenkins runs to really break out, put the Wildcats on their heels, I think you've got a chance to at least have a sense of working back in this game. It's still a tough uphill battle because it is a strong Wildcat team, but chipping away piece by piece here is going to give them the best chance, as it does look like Alex Bateman, he's taped up a little bit more, maybe changed his shoes. They look like a slightly higher ankle on him there. And he seems to be stepping into his throw just fine.
Yeah, he's. I think he's going to come out to start the third quarter. What's good news there for the Spartans as they are able to get one of their better athletes back into the game. Jenkins did a great job trying his hand out there, but really when you need that Jenkins as a running back and wide receiver, you've got to utilize him in better ways as well. He was able to make a couple breakaway runs, but Bateman, if he could use his feet as well, we saw him in the first half break outside and really be able to keep some of those balls and keep some of these Spartan drives alive, as they will do the kicking this second half to get us started off. It will be Waterford going left to right on your radio dial inside the booth.
Cameron Johnson's the one deep man, but you've got Colton Jones and Max Roberts the next level up here. Jake Roush is going to want to put one deep over Max Roberts' head here.
Yeah, it'll be, and I know Roush has the leg. They've got a guy standing back at the 5-yard line. They know that Roush can kick this one. 12 minutes on the clock here, and we get set for third quarter action on week 1 of football. Spartans trail 20-0. We'll see what we can get going here in the third quarter.
You love to see the Spartans with their soccer kickers. They get directional with it. Try to see if he drops this one just over a Jones or a Roberts' head on the 10. He does. Goes at Jones, but couldn't quite get it over him, right into the chest. He works back middle there.
Colton Jones still on his feet up to the 30-yard line, where he is taken down by a slew of Spartans in there. In on that tackle was number 33. That's Max Leppert, the freshman for the Spartans. So they'll take over 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. Wildcats.
What they are going to do is make sure Bateman isn't playing both sides at the moment. Looks like they've got number 6 out there, Wyatt McDonald, who's going to play in that safety spot where Bateman was. Or, where Shad was, so where they rolled him up.
Hayden Jones sends a man in motion. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get pushed up to about 3-yard gain, maybe 4 there, as that'll be 2nd down and a long 6.
Waller rode him down quick.
So Wildcats decide to run it with the quarterback on that first play of this second half. And you look outside, Max Roberts lining up with number 19 of the Spartans. That's Colton Newton.
I turn and hand it to Colton Jones, though, off the opposite side, left side. He's got some space again. He does pick up 10 yards before he's brought down.
So 1st down there. Sticks moving there for the Wildcats. And as the chains move, the clock stops.
And the Spartans keep rotating with the linebackers there between Jenkins, Mash, and Huck.
So Jenkins does come out, like you said there, with the rotation. Gets a breather on the sideline, and Coach Davis, quick talk. Jones hands it off to Colton Jones. It's going to be that reverse again.
And Heiss has got space up the middle. Does he beat 2 Spartans through it? Can't quite. Good job by Trent Shad on the recovery there.
They closed in on him, but my goodness, what a big run that was.
As that's going to bring him, looks like just about 30 yards. Excuse me, 35.
Yeah, 30,
25.
25-yard run.
Gotta count
there.
Backwards.
And the ball goes down to the Spartan 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Hayden Jones, shotgun set. Takes a snap, handoff to Colton Jones. Colton Jones tries to get up the left side, and he is met by 1 Spartan and 2. Waller finally able to take him down.
Trevor Sweeney fighting through the outside tackle block out there. That's number 53, Jacob Burke, the senior, doing his best to take care of Sweeney, but Sweeney said, I'll put a hand on Jones just long enough for my wrecking crew guy to come clean it up. Waller brought him to the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for him to get there. Waller always knows where that ball is. So 2nd down and 11 there as he lost half a yard. Spartans, a good red zone defense. As they get closer to that goal line, Spartans do a better job. It seems like over the past few years we've seen that. And
pass straight up, and that's Nick Jones immediately, but they're going to hit him with a roughing the passer for the fact that Jones jumped up to try to swat the pass. Or excuse me, yes, Nick Jones jumped up to swat the pass, came down on the head of Hayden Jones. They're going to hit him with a roughing the passer. And that's the reality of football these days, unfortunately.
And I sit here and bite my tongue on that because to me it looked like, a great sack, but again, a personal foul. They're actually going to call face mask, which I from up here it didn't look like it. I mean, it looked like he did come down on his head.
Exactly. So one way or another, it is 15 yards, I believe.
And as we said, the Spartans had settled down a little bit in the first half with the penalties. This one here extends that drive and sends the Wildcats even closer as they get the ball inside to the 11. 1st and 10, 11 yards to go.
Jones wasn't even going to be able to make that pass as Colton Jones has now got it. He runs right through the middle, ridden down by a few Spartans after just about a 3-yard gain.
So 2nd down now and 7 to go. Clock running here, 9 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. If you're just joining us, Spartans trail this one 20-0.
This is that moment for Max Roberts. See if they try to put it in the corner to him or if they're going to keep pounding it right down the middle. Jones hands it to Jones, double reverse, Heiss. Waller's there, drags him down.
Nice tackle there by Waller, just maintaining the jersey and dragging him down. Touchdown saving tackle there from Waller.
Does look like he picks up 2 yards, does Xavier Heiss on that reverse.
Almost lost the ball there. It looked like from our angle, it looked like Colton Jones, when he got the handoff, kind of just fumbled it into the hands of Heiss off that reverse.
3rd and 3. You can still get a first down at the 2-yard line, it looks like. Because they've got him just outside the 5.
Hayden Jones back, takes a snap, going to keep it himself, runs up the left side. He's got space, and he goes into the end zone untouched.
As Hayden Jones adds his 3rd touchdown of the night.
So the sophomore quarterback for the Wildcats having himself a ball game out here. Reaching pay dirt for the 3rd time this evening. 8:05 left in the 3rd. But that score puts it up 26-0. And in to do the kicking, it's going to be number 64, Riker Hutchins. Last extra point attempt was blocked. Let's see if the Spartans can get to this one.
Got to take the little victories. Blocking another one here gives you that opportunity.
And this one is up and through the uprights. That's going to make it 27-0. Waterford over Alexander. We'll be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
At Tri-County Career Center, our students are athletes, band members, and cheerleaders, but they are also earning industry credentials and skills that will prepare them to be workforce ready. No matter if they are heading off to college to work or to serve in the military, we prepare them. Some of our students are earning money through internships and others are earning college credits through CCP. And that's just the high school level. Our adult center is offering cutting-edge short-term and long-term classes such as fiber optic technician and cosmetology. Jump on the web at tricounty.cc to see a list of our programs. Tri-County Career Center wishes everyone a safe and winning season.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back, and it's a kickoff from the Wildcats, and fumbled around, and finally picked up by Trent Mash, and he's able to get the ball back up to the Spartan 10-yard line. But my goodness, what a scary moment there for the Spartans as they almost were able to lose that ball.
Mash thought he had it skipped just in front of his feet. Didn't give McDonald behind him a chance at all, it seemed like. Or Shad, one of the 5 or 6. I couldn't tell who was behind him.
But finally able to run that one down, and when he did pick it up, he was met by a lot of green helmets. But it'll be 1st down and 10 from the Spartan 10-yard line, so 90 yards to pay dirt here for the Spartans. Not a really good way to start out this third quarter on your first drive of the ball game. or I should say of the third quarter.
As they bring Max Roberts out to go to a full forefront here for the Wildcats. Just two linebackers in Ware and Heiss, it looks like. Or, excuse me, Ware and Jones.
Alex Bateman sends Carter Jewell in motion. Bateman going to keep it himself off the option, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. And he's going to, I'm not sure of the loss yet, but it looks like maybe a 2-yard loss.
Did a good job of getting through the tackle of Ware as he blitzed through late, but just couldn't quite get anywhere after that as McDonald's going to bring the play in here and bring Isaac Waller out. Always an interesting move there, bringing out a guy like Isaac Waller, but Coach Davis has got a plan.
Yep. You got your, your certain set plays, and Waller at least would be a good blocker, I would think, to set in front of you.
As it is going to be Bateman there. Looks like he has got Jenkins in the backfield with him.
Man in motion now.
And they're going to hit a delay a game, I believe. We hit double zeros once again before the play was snapped.
So that sets the Spartans back yet again. And at this point, it should be half the distance to the goal.
Do believe it's going to be, which should just put it right at about the, they're going to put it about the 4.5, run the same plays as what the Spartans are going to do. They're going to be quick about it, see if they can catch the Wildcats sleeping. That is Waller actually in motion, but moving slowly in the process. It's a screen out to Shad, gets through one man, couldn't quite get through the second. Number 2 for the Wildcats, that is Finley Pencock, doing a good job wrapping them up.
Pick up a 4 there for Shad,
who looks like he's cramping over there now as well. We'll go ahead and take an injury timeout on your Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back. Trent Shad had a case of the cramps there. He's on the sideline getting stretched out, so we'll keep an eye on him as it's that time of night. Second half, the cramps early in the season especially, they kick in, fairly quickly here in these first few games.
Puts McDonald back out on the field. Another sophomore out there for Bateman. He's going to roll right. Try to see if he can get anybody before he gets hit. Throws it up,
and that's pass interference.
Ooh. Pass interference. Again, a touchy call like they've been all night. Roberts not too happy about it. Or excuse me, that's number 2, Pencock. Because they both kind of went up for a ball. Pencock just caught him with the shoulder on the way up. And you can call it a pass interference. Because it was before they both reached for the ball.
Yeah, before the pass got there, it was the shoulder of Pencock actually hitting the receiver for the Spartans. So a lucky break for the Spartans, but again, it was pass interference, and that'll be a 15-yarder, moving the Spartans up for a first down.
Pencock feeling that one a little bit as Pencock has stepped in here to have Hayden Jones not playing both ways at the moment. Which is probably what you want to see in the second half of this first game of the year. You want to see your starting quarterback not have to play as many downs.
So Spartans, they were pinned all the way back to their own 3-yard line, now have it out to their own 23.
See Ware's down in the nose guard. That's a 5 front now.
As Bateman's going to run it to the outside. He's got room up the middle. He gets up to the 35 and dragged down at the 41-yard line. Nice run there by Alex Bateman.
As that is a solid, looks like just about 17-yard gain there. Bateman had all the room in the world and a great job on the outside by number 19. That is Colt Newton, the sophomore now, getting starts since they've moved a couple guys on the outside. Great job sealing off Jared Heiss. Pencock doing a good job, though, from the free safety position.
Spurts of life now for the Spartans as Bateman takes a snap back. He looks to pass. Quick pass over. It's going to be number 19 catching the pass, Colt Newton, and gets taken out of bounds. I think that's going to be enough for a first down.
They're going to put him
close.
They're going to put him just short of that 50-yard line there. Give him 9, and a great job by Bateman waiting for that turnaround just long enough.
Nice job there by Newton, sophomore. So Bateman, as the Spartans move the ball here, 2nd and 1. Jenkins in motion, Jenkins gets a handoff, and he's fighting back, trying to get to the line of scrimmage, but he's going to lose 2 there. And that's going to be bring up 3rd down and about 3.
That was Huck there on the move across the formation.
So the Wildcats read that one, snuffed it out quick. And Jenkins just couldn't get past the line of scrimmage and got knocked back a couple yards. So with 5:10 left here in the 3rd quarter, 3rd down and 3 for the Spartans. Jenkins off to the left side of Bateman. Bateman throws it out and in and out of the hands of Newton that time. Had with a little too much steam on it. Couldn't put that one in the breadbasket. 4th down now for the Spartans. 5 minutes exactly left in the 4th quarter as the clock stops. Spartans trail 27-0 against the Wildcats.
And when you're feeling this kind of momentum, you got to go for this 4th down here.
Why not? There's nothing to lose.
It's Bateman, pass all day long. Gets away from McCutcheon and just kind of flips that over the head of Jewell there. He had space to get away from McCutcheon. I would have liked to see him roll out a little further, maybe deliver a better strike, even maybe run for the 1st down.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. If he would have just kind of done a little spin move, he had the speed over the big lineman there, and he could have probably, with the open field he had in front of him, he could have picked up that 1st down. But unfortunately for the Spartans, that's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Wildcats will take over 1st down and 10 from the Spartan 47-yard line.
As Carter Jewell has jogged in here. Not sure, as he's now replacing McDonald at the top, is what he is going to do. So they're going to rotate some of their safeties here, just making sure Bateman's got some space. Waller back in there as he was off for that offensive series.
So we're going to get a timeout taken there by the Wildcats. We'll go ahead and take it with them. Be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
Let's be honest. The only way you should have glass work done around the house or at your business is by a professional. And that professional is Pidcock Glass in Nelsonville. They do glass replacement, storm window and repairs, and patio door glass. They do custom glass, mirrors, plexiglass, and Lexan. They can even cut custom glass of all shapes. Call Pidcock Glass today at 740-753-4527 or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tink's Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tink's Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think Tink for your next great car deal. Tink's Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tinksautotradingpost.com.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
Welcome back to your Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7. After the timeout taken by the Wildcats, it is Wildcats 1st and 10 on the Spartan 47. They hand it off to Colton Jones. Colton Jones knocks up, and he goes up to the Spartan 42-yard line for a pickup of about 6 yards.
Jones did a great job there again, just following enough of a gap that he is being left by his line. And I say enough of a gap, it's always a gap there, as he's just got some big boys up there moving bodies. Some of them are listed at only about 215. That's a lie.
Yeah,
that's one of those roster lies.
I want to see those. See them on the weights. I want to get a scale out here.
That's going to be not Heiss in motion, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be Jones right up the middle, and he is going to pick up that 1st down with 6 yards there, as that was number 32 running around out there. That is Weston Hennis.
Yeah, the quarterback kept it himself there and decided he was going to pick up the 1st down. He's already got pay dirt 3 times this game. Is the sophomore quarterback for the Wildcats. Hayden Jones has had a great game for Waterford tonight.
As Hennis maybe stepping in to take a few plays here from the senior Xavier Heiss. Jared Heiss still out there. He's a senior too.
Handoff this time to Colton Jones up the middle. He goes up the right side now, breaks one tackle, finally gets ridden down. In on that tackle, number 72 for the Spartans, that's Nick Jones.
Nick Jones looks like number 45. Justin Adams hanging out there with him. That was just Colton Jones seeing that from the beginning where he's going to have to make the major cutback, and did. Great job picking up that right on 10 yards or so.
Yeah, that cutback, I mean, he was probably going to go down at about 2 to 3 yards, and the cutback certainly picked him up that first down and a couple extra yards. 1st and 10 from the Spartan 25-yard line. Handoff this time is going to go to number 32. That's Weston Hennis. Hennis still on his feet, gets the first down, and about a 14-yard pickup there from Hennis. And inside the red zone for the Wildcats.
Impressive there, getting a new guy with his hands on the ball, and he's being just as effective. As it looks like he's actually walking over to take a break now.
Yeah, he came up limping a little bit there, but he'll take a breather. And Wildcats just showing you how much talent they have in the run game. Seeing guys we really haven't seen in the first half now picking up big yards.
Freshman Trace Harmon into the game, number 30 now. Heiss, I don't know if he's done or if he's just taking the rest of the night off as Jones dances around there, gets inside the 10, but he is going to be brought down about a 5-yard gain.
A name we have not called in this second half at all is Trevin Zimmer. We saw him a lot in the first half, especially on defense for the Wildcats, and we haven't seen or heard of him the rest of this game. So hopefully, he's not injured too badly and can come out next week. But it looks like his night will certainly be over for the Wildcats. Great athlete that we saw in the first half.
Jones in the shotgun with Jones beside him. He's going to hand it to Colton Jones off the right side. Got space, but a good job. One Spartan to trip him up, and Trent Shadd to finish it off.
Gets up to about the 4-yard line, so pick up a 4 yards. 3rd down and 3 to go, or 3rd down and 2, I should say. And the Wildcats itching again, trying to reach that pay dirt, as we say. Clock still running here. 1:35 left in the third quarter.
They're going to take their sweet time, will the Wildcats here. They know what they're doing. Again, they have control, as we've talked about. They're never really in the worry here. Hayden Jones, that's back to bring it across number 32, but he dances across the middle. Cutback lane was there, and that's number 4 on the night for Hayden Jones.
4th touchdown run for the QB, the sophomore QB for the Wildcats. And what a night for the sophomore quarterback from Wolf Creek. Man. 33-0. As it will be Riker Hutchins. Back to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So 34-0 now is your score here. 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. We'll be back as the Spartans are set to receive this one here on Wild Country 107.7.
Football season is here. Keep your athletes at their best with Holzer in Athens. Dr. Jason Cox Orthopedics and Dr. Aaron Ramsey Chiropractic Care are currently accepting new patients. From follow-up care to injury repair, our healthcare team at Holzer Athens will keep your athlete in the game. Call 855-446-5937 to schedule your appointment today. That's 855-446-5937.
Reliable propane services by Rutland Bottled Gas. For over 70 years, Rutland Bottled Gas has been the trusted name in propane for southeastern Ohio and northern West Virginia. From tank installations and fillings to top-quality gas appliances, the professional team ensures you'll get the best service and products. Visit RutlandBottledGas.com or call 740-742-2511. Rutland Bottled Gas, fueling your home, fueling your life. Reliable, professional propane service provided by Rutland Bottled Gas. Here for you then, here for you now.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back here after the kickoff by Hutchins. It's going to be fielded by Trent Shadd. Trent Shadd gets it up past the 30-yard line. Good field position as he gets knocked down to the 32-yard line. And that's where the Spartans will take over for their this drive of the game. First down and 10 from their own 32-yard line.
Just a minute to go here in this third quarter. And the bright spot, you could say, has been the Spartans' special teams on the night. Setting up pretty good returns every time you're getting out past. Every time you've caught the ball, you've gotten past the 30-yard line, it feels like. So that's pretty good for them. Obviously, the block extra point and a couple good punts out of Jake Roush. So special teams might be the bright spot, but the Spartans with Nolan Jenkins in the backfield really need to get something going. Mash goes right through number 73, I believe, who's what found him, Caden Riley.
Trent Mash has had a few times tonight where he's just had a heck of a time trying to get through those holes. And, the kid has been trying to work himself through, but that's going to bring it to the end of the quarter, it looks like, as we get ready to switch sides of the field. And we are in a running clock situation now with the score at 34-0.
Yes, the running clock, and I forgot when that running clock kind of started on the switch of possession. It did start on the kickoff, so that is how that minute went by so quickly. I thought we went by too fast.
We got 12 minutes on the clock, and it'll go, if the Spartans don't put up any points here, that 12 minutes will not stop.
The only thing we stop
injuries. That's the only thing
injuries,
we stop for.
Timeouts, change of possession, and I believe out of bounds in certain scenarios. I'm not sure if all out of bounds is a clock stoppage, but I do believe some are. But your incomplete passes no longer do too much for you.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to go quick. The running clock in any sport, it certainly, you look up and you think you still see the 12 minutes, and all of a sudden it's 6.
The Wildcats have all gone second team here. They have rotated the full second team into this game.
It's good for them to get some playing minutes. These kids, they work hard as well, and to get a full quarter in a varsity game, that's a good thing. But for the Spartans, not a good thing, as the secondary that second team gets to Jenkins in the backfield, and he'll lose 3 yards.
Jenkins looked like he was a little confused on who he was trying to turn and hand it to. Bateman, as Bateman was the back end quarterback on that one.
So kind of rotating in and out there, Jenkins and Bateman. Bateman looks like he's got the set now, so he's back in the backfield to take the snaps.
As the Spartans have got a personnel issue, don't know who's on the field, who shouldn't be.
Waller thought he was coming out, now goes in.
Bateman gets it in the shotgun. He's going pass all the way. He's trying to get to Waller on the outside. He overthrew him by a mile and threw it out of bounds by a mile.
10 yards out of bounds. As Waller, I didn't even know if he really knew the route that he was in. Might have been a good time for the Spartans to call a timeout there, but nonetheless, that's going to bring up 4th down and 13. Spartans are going to have to kick it away here.
As Roush is going to have this opportunity to flip the field one more time here for the Spartans. He's done that well this evening.
Back to receive deep for the Wildcats going to be Cameron Johnson, sophomore.
I do think number 12.
That's Gavin Heiner.
Another sophomore running back there. That snap, not great. Roush does get a soccer-style kick off. Not too shabby, as it's going to roll out for the Spartans and be just about 5 yards short of where Johnson was waiting.
Yeah, that's a fortunate break there. Roush barely able to get that kick off, but the quick feet got that off and at least, protected it and kept it on the Waterford Wildcats side of the field. And that's where the Wildcats will take over. It'll be 1st down and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Now the clock is stopped. That's why I'm confused now, as the running clock should be going.
Change of possession.
Change of possession, it stops.
Yes. And on a change of possession,
running again.
Exactly.
Okay.
Change of possession without being the kickoff, being the first play, we do stop it until the official says start. So now in the backfield, not even sure who it is. It is number 6, Avery Potmeyer, also a sophomore quarterback, but the backup here is number 23. Johnson gets it there, and he only gets about 0, maybe half a yard loss there.
Spartans, this is a good chance for them to try to regain some momentum here as they face the second team for the Wildcats.
as Waller steps out. This is the first time he, on the defensive rotation, has come out for those linebackers. And it looks like because they've got a new guy out there for him. I'll have to get a number here in a moment. But Popmeyer hands it off to Johnson. Johnson, space up the middle. He makes up for that loss and more. That's a first down.
Yeah, nice run there as the little guy just kind of runs through the speedster and picking up, I believe they're going to give it, they're going to say 9 yards. Well, now they're going to move the sticks. So.
Yeah, look, the original spot looked pretty good there. As I still haven't quite figured out who is out there for Isaac Waller in this moment. He's facing at a weird angle from me. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Harmon in the motion, gives it straight to him there.
So pickup of about 1.5 to maybe 2. That'll bring up second down and 9. So no rush here for the Wildcats. Is got about 8 minutes and 35 seconds now left in this ball game. If you're just joining us, it's 34-0. Waterford over Alexander tonight on the Spartans home opener.
Popmeyer handing it off to Johnson again, but this time he gets dragged down, and they're going to get a face mask there on, I do believe that is number 52 for the Spartans. Bo Craig, the freshman, getting out there. But the face mask call came from the back judge.
It did, yeah.
Which, it was a spin tackle. They spun him down maybe by the front, but it was not by a face mask from what I can see. But they are going to wave it off because I think he had him by the front collar.
Yeah, I think the back judge was just going by the style of the tackle and got a little overzealous with that laundry out there. That's the only time tonight they've gotten overzealous because that's the first flag they've called off. So third down and 8. Good tackle there by Bo Craig.
Popmeyer ready with Johnson beside him.
He hands it off to Johnson. Johnson up the middle. He's got space. Feet are still moving. And he gets up to the 39-yard line, and that's going to be just short. Not quite enough for the first down, so it'll be fourth down and 1. A very short one.
Call it 8 yards there. As Popmeyer, see, they were giving the plays to Jones or running him in. Popmeyer's got the wristband on, so he can make this quick if he wants to.
Wildcats get to the line pretty fast. Still 12 seconds left here on the play clock.
Hard count. On 2, they give it to Johnson on the right side. He swarmed quickly there. There were Spartans everywhere.
They don't let him get the first down, and that's a turnover on downs. Nice job there by the Spartans defense, and they'll take over first and 10.
Like Craig out there. Trevor Sweeney doing a good job as well.
So the Spartans have that ball at their own 41-yard line with 7:08 left to go in this ball game. Trying to make something happen here and trying to find that end zone for the first time tonight.
As it is going to be Bateman at quarterback here. Trying to see who he's got in the backfield as they break. Huck is on the field, so that means he might have the full boat of all his running backs. Waller, Jenkins, and Huck. And Mash.
So Spartans send out trip set receiver or double receivers on both sides. And it's going to be a fake handoff. Bateman going to keep it himself. Makes one man miss. Gets to the 45, to the 50, and finally out of bounds at about the 48-yard line into Wildcat territory.
Did a good job getting around Johnson and getting through number 24, Brady Britton, the freshman, playing on the outside out there. That was a fake all the way to Jenkins on the inside. Trying to use the athleticism of Bateman.
First down for the Spartans there, and moving the chains with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in this ball game. We'll see if the Spartans can strum together something here to at least make this game manageable, look into the future here as something positive. Bateman, screen pass over. Caught by number 21.
Carter Hawk there doing a great job of securing that all the way in and making a move at the end. Only enough to give him about About 3 yards is ultimately what he's going to get. Had to figure out where they wanted to spot that one. Far side spot again today.
So 2nd down and 7 now. 5:35 left in the ball game. Running clock. Man in motion
is Hawk. Now they're going to try to go to the other side. Didn't like it. Bateman getting fancy out there. Outrunning Wildcats. That was just a flip at the end. Got away, got rid of it. Gets to restart the play here. 3rd down.
Yeah, Bateman did a nice job there. Just getting rid of the ball. He knew the play was blown up and didn't let any Wildcats get anywhere near that. Clock still running. 5 minutes left here in the ball game. 3rd down and 7. Spartans at the Wildcat 45-yard line. Going left to right on a radio dial.
Jenkins in the back there with Bateman. Fakes it to him again.
Bateman goes up top. And that's going to be intercepted by number 12. That's going to be Gavin Heiner on the interception, and he gets it back to where the Spartans would have needed a 1st down.
Bateman trying to talk to his guy. Got to get up there just a little bit higher, but unfortunately, I don't think any amount of jumping was going to get Colt Newton to match what Gavin Heiner was there.
Yeah, Gavin Heiner read that ball really well and able to pull it down.
Also, Heiner is 6'4", and there's not a chance that Newton is over 6 foot.
No, he has at least, I would say probably at least 6 or 7 inches on him. He just jumped up and was able to get up there and get it. 3rd interception on the night for the Spartans.
The Spartans are missing a linebacker. They played that one 10 men. As Johnson exposing where that linebacker should have been. And picks up
16, 17 yards out of that carry there.
Right through the middle.
So with 4 minutes to go here, we're going to get a timeout taken. That's going to be timeout taken by the Spartans. We'll be back for your game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School Building in Athens. 740-589-5403.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
And we are back for your Game of the Week, and a nice pass play. Avery Potmeyer over the top to Gavin Heiner. And my goodness, what a gain of yardage that was there.
25 yards, a quick one there. Potmeyer had all the time and made the strike.
So with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in this ball game, the second team of the Wildcats moving this ball. They've got it down inside the Spartan 16-yard line to the red zone, and looking to attack again are the Wildcats.
Potmeyer with Johnson in the backfield with him. He's got Harmon playing that short back. He's going to hand it off. Oh, no, he's going to go fake right down the middle. That's number 2 and a touchdown. Finley Pincock with the touchdown for the Wildcats.
Potmeyer to Pincock, touchdown Wildcats. And just add an insult to injury now.
16 yards.
Clock still runs as the extra point hasn't been attempted yet. Now 40-0, Wildcats over the Spartans.
Is that one there? Pincock just had it, and then he's like, I am not getting stopped. And that's what he did. Fell his way into the end zone. and it looks like the second team's going to run a 2-point conversion. They want to get all the points they were meant to have tonight.
Yeah, they're not leaving anything out there. Potmeyer going to hand it off now. That's going to be
Harmon wrapped up immediately there as he didn't quite make it through that line. Looked like it was Nick Jones there to grab him first. So that's what it's going to be now as 2:17 on the clock, 40-0. The Wildcats lead here in Albany. We'll be right back with the game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
I can get 4 of my faves at McDonald's for an amazing price. I just have to say the secret words. McDonald's $5 meal deal. With these magical words, I can get a McDouble, a McChicken, or a hot and spicy McChicken. Plus a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, and any small soft drink. All of this is just $5. Actually, everyone can get the McDonald's $5 meal deal, so it's really not a secret. I'm just in a library right now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back inside your Game of the Week here on Wild Country 107.7. After the touchdown by the Wildcats, it's going to be 40-0. Running clock in effect here as we get inside the 2-minute mark of this ball game. Kick is up and is going to be returned by Shad. Shad cuts to the outside, tries to get it up the right side of the field, still on his feet at the 30 and knocked out of bounds. And that's where the Spartans will take over, right at about the 31-yard line.
It's where they've been all night. It's where Trent Shad is really good at getting to there. Maybe that's the spot where the blocks just start to break down enough. Not sure how Coach Davis is going to look at that one in the film room tomorrow morning.
So the Spartans with 1 minute, 35 seconds to go.
They have jogged out a fair amount of their second string, but the one man they can't really replace is Alex Bateman. He is going to be the one running it here.
Yeah, Bateman brings in his JV guys, and we'll see what they decide to do with 1:15 to go.
As it looks like he is still going to have Mash in the backfield with him. It's going to be McDonald, Jewell, Hawk, and 33. Couldn't quite get a name before Mash got it on the outside. He's got a little bit of space. Give him 9 yards there. Trent Mash with the pitch.
Yeah, that's Mash's biggest yardage of the night here, coming just under a minute to go here in the fourth quarter. And actually, they're going to give him 10. That's a first down.
They're going to give him right on the 10.
So 10-yard pickup and a first down by Trent Mash. Kid has worked hard tonight. He just hasn't been able to find the gaps. He did find one there.
Number 33, that is Max Leppert. That's the freshman out there rounding out the skill positions. As that's going to be Jewell in motion. Excuse me, that is not Jewell. That's a new guy. That's number 23, Carter Hawk.
Yeah, Carter Hawk gets on the outside there. Nice speed, and he picks up about 14 yards. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Coach Davis. He's going to try to score here, I think. So
he wants at least one more play here. 20 seconds to go. We'll take a quick timeout before we come back to conclude this one here in the Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back after the Coach Davis timeout. Spartans will probably get one more play here. 1st and 10 from the Waterford 42-yard line.
He may have one more timeout. This might be something where he's trying to set up a Roush just to keep the goose egg off the board here as Bateman tries to get it to his receiver and does, but they don't get the first down out of it. Bateman got clocked in the process.
10 seconds left here.
And that's what it's going to be unless Coach Davis calls one.
Tries to kick it. Roush could kick it from here, but
looks like
that's going to be enough. Yeah, they've decided it's enough, and that's going to be the ball game. That's 40-0. Spartans lose this one to the Waterford Wildcats on their home opener, falling 0-1 in the TVC, or in their schedule, I should say. And we'll be back for your post-game show and your Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game here on Wild Country 107.7.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business, or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756.
One of the best tickets in town will always be activities at our local schools. Athletic events, concerts, and plays. You can always count on an enjoyable time. Our children are the future. Let's give them all the encouragement that we can. Go to a game, hear a concert, see a play. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
Let's be honest. The only way you should have glass work done around the house or at your business is by a professional. And that professional is Pidcock Glass in Nelsonville. They do glass replacement, storm window and repairs, and patio door glass. They do custom glass, mirrors, plexiglass, and Lexan. They can even cut custom glass of all shapes. Call Pidcock Glass today at 740-753-4527 or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. And you better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air. What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome inside the post-game show here on Wild Country 107.7 as the Alexander Spartans fall Week 1 to the Waterford Wildcats 40-0 here in their home opener at Alexander High School on this Week 1 of Friday Night Football. It has been a tough night for the Spartans. They came into this game with a few injuries that made me kind of concerned, especially on the line part of the game. And, they lost Alex Bateman in the first half. Nolan Jenkins had to step up and play the QB position, a position that he had really not played before, as they, actually both boys, this is your first game playing quarterback, as Jordan Scholes, the senior from last year, has gone on and graduated. But, Alex Bateman had to start tonight, got injured in the first half. Luckily was able to see him in the second half, but Nolan Jenkins was able to step up in that first half and, at least lead the team and make some things happen. Spartans just unable to get a full drive going tonight, and unfortunately for them, they fall short at a 40-0 deficit loss. But what to a really good Waterford Wildcat football team, much better than we saw last year in Week 1. They will be a force to be reckoned with in the TVC Hawking, and that should be a really good conference to watch out for. There's some good teams in that one, and Isaiah, it's been a fun night to watch for the Wildcats. Unfortunately for the Spartans, not so much, but to know that the TVC Hawking is up and moving in full force again.
It really is. I mean, it feels like it is going to be a true three-team race there between the Tomcats, Eagles, and Wildcats. Should be fun when they all start playing each other later in the year. With the fact that the Hawking doesn't have as many teams, they don't start playing each other as early in the year as they used to. So we'll wait for those expected matchups down the road here as the Marching Spartans do still play us out, as they always do. But it was just a game where the Spartans looked like whenever they were out to catch something went wrong. And that's how being a young team, being an inexperienced team can be.
It really can, and you learn from your mistakes. It's Week 1. There's 9 games left this season, and do I expect the Spartans to go out and win a national championship this year or a state championship? No, you don't expect that, but you expect to see improvements each week. Next week we'll hear them here again as the Spartans actually play host again here on Thursday night. We'll have that game. It starts at 6 o'clock, I believe, due to a referee issue. We'll have that game on Wild Country 107.7. So a Thursday night varsity game will be played here at Alexander as well. So just extra football. You got to love that. I can't wait for to be back out and see what improvements the Spartans have made into Week 2. But, as for Week 1, you look back at the films, you look back at the mistakes you made, and you hit a hard practice this next week. It's going to be a hot one this week, so, you look for these guys to just keep going and keep improving, and it'll come.
That is the big thing, is you got your first game out of the way. Alex Bateman got his first start out of the way. You got guys up front getting their first one out of the way. Nolan Jenkins coming back and playing in that linebacking core. It's all a bit of a change, but they did a great job at, having moments. What you can hold on to in a game like that is those moments there when a Bateman breaks out for a 25-yard run where, you've got Nolan Jenkins who can throw it 20 yards if he had to. That's, it's all things that are very important here going out of Week 1 into Week 2. Coach Davis is going to make sure that he knows, what he's looking at in that film tomorrow morning to see what this team can improve on.
So he's got a task ahead of him, a hard week of work ahead for the Alexander Spartans to get ready for their upcoming Thursday game. But before we get into any much too further, let's go over our stats tonight for the season, or for this game.
We will here. We're going to start with Hayden Jones, the Waterford Wildcat quarterback, through the air, 5 for 13, 68 yards there. Didn't have to do a lot. His counterpart, though, Avery Poppenmeyer, 2 for 2, 41 yards and a touchdown there. Good job for the other sophomore quarterback stepping in on the night on just about 12 carries, 106 yards there for Colton Jones. He does have a touchdown to throw in there as well, but the big night, 36 yards on 10 carries, and he has 4. I don't know how to write. And that is Hayden Jones on the night. Have himself a night. 42 yards for Xavier Heiss off 3 carries. 5 carries out of Cam Johnson to get him 37 yards in there as well. It was 46 yards through the air for Max Roberts, you add in just a little bit more from Fairchild there, just about 10, and Heiner and Pencock doing a great job to receive from Pottenmeyer, 25 and 16 plus touchdown respectively. For the Spartans, a little different, but good to see everybody filling the stat sheet, as well as it was 5 for 10 there for 31 yards is what Alex Bateman finished. Jenkins finished 1 for 3 for 13. Rushing through the ground, Isaac Waller tonight wasn't a big name. He had 14 yards on just 4 carries. Alex Bateman 49 yards on 7 carries. Nolan Jenkins, he got in there before he started being the quarterback. He does only finish with just about 27 yards. A lot of those 0-yard, -1 yard runs in there in the second half for Nolan Jenkins.
Yeah.
Trent Mash on the night, he does finish with just short of 15 yards as well. Same kind of thing. A lot of those zeros, -1s really affecting him in the long run because he did carry it nearly 20 times. Through the air, it was Carter Jewell with a quick catch. You had 26 yards out of Isaac Waller through the air. That's where he made just a bit of an impact. You had the couple of the young guys in there, Mr. Colt Newton, the sophomore, with a 9-yard catch, and Carter Hawk in there with 3 yards as well.
So that'll go ahead and wrap up our stats. We're going to go ahead and take one more break here on our postgame show, and we'll be back for your Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game. Winner of that will win a dinner for 2 from Texas Roadhouse, and we'll be back to give you that information here after this break here on Wild Country 107.7.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School Building in Athens. 740-589-5403.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business, or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tink's Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tink's Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think Tink for your next great car deal. Tink's Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tinksautotradingpost.com.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
And welcome back to the Game of the Week as we wrap up your post-game show here on Wild Country 107.7. Marching Spartans will play us off as we give the Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game dinner for 2. Been a tough night and a tough game for the Spartans, but we do have a dinner for 2 for our Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game. And Isaiah, go ahead and let the viewers, our listeners, know that who won that dinner for 2 tonight.
Absolutely. Even on tough nights, there are guys who shine. There's a name that we called a lot tonight because he had to step up in ways that we weren't expecting. Nolan Jenkins out there, the Spartan running back, linebacker that had to play a little bit of quarterback and did pretty all right at it there. He's going to go ahead and get this dinner for 2. So congratulations to Mr. Jenkins there. And hopefully, he can pull together another one here, whether it be from the running back, linebacker, or quarterback standpoint.
Hey, every week it's up for grabs. And congratulations to Nolan Jenkins for winning our Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game and that dinner for 2 from Texas Roadhouse. And as always, we thank all of our sponsors. For Isaiah Lyle and Mark Hunter back at the studio, thank you, sir, for keeping us on. As always, everybody have a safe and fun week. And this has been Week 1 football here on Wild Country 107.7.
Tonight's high school football game on Wild Country 107.7 was brought to you by Pidcock Glass, McFadden Insurance, Tinks Auto Trading Post, your local McDonald's, First National Bank, Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, and New Straitsville, J&K Contracting, Fred Wolf Automotive, Athens Insurance Services, Athens Automotive Keys, Rutland Bottled Gas, Tri-County Career Center, H&R Block, Holzer Health System, and Coach's Appliance Heating and Air. Join us again next time for more exciting high school football action on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.